listening to ComedySlamRadio.com. From our studios to the world, we bring you the finest in quality entertainment. So pop some popcorn, grab a smooch buddy, and settle in for another fine show from ComedySlamRadio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Double Special Show, coming to you live from beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida, featuring Christopher Gorges, Tiffany Barbee, and me, JB Lee. So sit back and enjoy the show, baby!
And we're back live on the Double Special Show here on ComedySlamRadio.com with your host, Tiffany Barbee, Christopher Gorges, and I'm JB Lee.
Yes, welcome back. Another week here in the studio. The lovely Tiffany Barbee, JB Lee at my side. All you listeners out there, thank you for joining us. Lots to talk about this week. It's going to be a good show. We got a surprise caller calling at 9 o'clock.
Not a good surprise.
Jordan's favorite. One of the other hosts on the network, JT Burns, will be calling in. He wants to ask me some serious comedy questions. He's doing a report, Jordan. That's what I'm saying.
What is he doing a report for?
He's got a college course.
Does he go to school?
I asked him the same question. I don't know if it's for his show, the Almighty Show, Almighty one rather, or if it's like for an essay that he's doing, or maybe it's like a essay contest. He's doing like an essay contest.
I think he's just trying to work his way into the friend zone.
Into your all about zone. Tiffany.
Yeah,
and if you can see right here, lovely Tiffany, and it's got a good shot there.
Yeah.
She's wearing one of our shirts.
Go stand in front of the camera.
Yeah,
show it up.
There you go. Look at that double special. That was the most awkward stance ever.
I know.
In the modeling world, they'd be like, no. Yeah, you were like, my leg is cockeyed. I can't get up. I know this is the chair. I know the chair is weird. So double special. If you want one of these lovely shirts, you can go to on our website, doublespecialshow.com. Click on the store link. It'll take you to Cafe Press, where you can get hundreds of different items.
I got a couple shirts. I really like the shirt. I think the shirt's like really awesome.
I think it is too. I'm so neurotic that the print of our logo still has, because we took this print off of a flyer for a show before the radio show actually existed. That was a flyer for an improv show. That's what we called ourselves.
Yeah,
a little improv thing.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, we were doing
experimental improv.
Yeah.
What did we do?
Wikipravia,
and this was Jordan's idea, where we did short form improv, and I wouldn't even call it short form. We didn't really do games; they were like scenes.
Yeah,
we based them on
just the random button on Wikipedia,
right? Which I didn't even know existed until you suggested the show, and I was like,
the random button.
Yeah, it's a random.
Oh,
button.
We're gonna make that a game on the show. We were thinking, so maybe we'll do that later tonight.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Wikipravia coming up around the 10 o'clock hour.
All right, so Tiffany Barbee has one of our shirts. What else did you buy? Another of the same?
I bought another shirt, and it's got like black sleeves.
Ooh, like a baseball jersey deal.
Kind of, but it's more of like it's like a Florida baseball jersey.
Yeah, okay.
But I did want to get a long sleeve one too. I probably will.
Listen, if you go on the store, you can get flask and shot glass and phone covers.
You can get
hoodies, the whole 9 years. You get, I guess, condoms with double special, which is weird. I don't know why you would get that, but
there's no
who would see it? It's not like you'd be like, hold on, before we get into this, let me show you what I have on the side of this condom. It's the double special logo.
I would show that off.
Yeah, this lovin's gonna be double, and it's gonna be special. It's gonna be double special lovin'. If you want to give us a call in the studio, the phone number, as always, is 727-493-2055. Again, big stuff in the news. We're past the election. Obama's the president. But craziness has happened in the past week here, and it's all centered in Tampa, basically. Right, Jordan?
Yeah, the whole Petraeus thing. But, before we get into that, maybe we should. Check in.
All right.
In other sex scandal news, person who accused Elmo puppeteer Kevin Clash of underage sex recants his allegations. Check in.
Do you know about this, Tiffany?
No.
You don't know?
I kept seeing people say stuff about Elmo, and I didn't know what they were talking about, but now I do think.
Okay, so you're saying you don't know who Elmo is? Or you didn't
know
know
of course I knew who Elmo is.
I don't know. I'm just checking.
He was like a new addition after, like, he was kind of like related to Grover or something.
Oh, I thought she was going to say the new edition of Sesame Street, like the band New Edition from Boston. I'm like, what?
No.
What?
No, yeah. So, and then there was like a Tickle Me Elmo craze.
That's
I was too old for that, but.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're aware the puppeteer was accused of engaging in a relationship with an underage male.
Right.
Male?
Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah, he's gay.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious that he got caught or that it was a guy?
Yeah, which part of it?
Yeah.
Oh. I retract my statement.
Wow,
I'm on the internet. I can't talk. I don't even know.
What do you mean you're on the internet? You can't talk. This show is all. I mean, we talk about whatever. We're just. Asking.
I don't know. The whole thing's funny because he
All right.
it's. Anytime like a child, like when remember when Pee Wee Herman got caught like jerking off inside of the adult theater?
Well, yeah,
that was hilarious too. Anytime like a child television show personality or something to do with it gets caught doing something, it's hilarious.
You think it's funny that their life is going to crap
So
and that
funny.
they're dealing with some sort of a sexual thing going?
Yeah, I guess I'm weird.
Okay. Make sure you talk right into that. You got off to the side.
am.
It's like a cigar out of your mouth on the side. Don't be afraid of it. It's not gonna.
But people can hear me.
No, I want
If you can't hear me,
I want to hear you
complain.
good. I want people to
But
be
I don't
slapped.
like the microphone in front of my
I
face.
want people slapped in the face by your voice. We've said that before.
All right. Slap, but not like Elmo
I
would
don't
do it.
No, but
It'd be kind of fuzzy.
But what recourse do you have as an actor who, by the way, he had to take time off. He took time off to kind of deal with all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I don't even know if he's gone back to Sesame Street. Sweet gig. He's been there since when? Like a long time, like 96?
It's
like 10 or 13
Oh, yeah.
years
I mean,
he's
he's
been-
like made that show, too.
Exactly.
I mean, like the whole.
Right. Yeah, it's not centered on Kermit so much anymore, any of those characters. It's
Kermit is
Yeah,
the
'cause he died.
Muppets. Kermit is the Muppets.
Well, Muppets and Sesame Street, they're
Street's
all kind of
total-
interconnected.
No, it's totally different.
No,
All right.
Kermit was on
Totally.
Sesame Street.
Yes.
As an 80s child,
Are you going
Wow.
to explain this to her, please?
Kermit the Frog did appear on Sesame Street
Like
a number
what?
of times.
Yes.
oh, come on.
He
No.
said- well,
I mean,
it's-
I know they did, but still, it's still different.
Sesame Street
a
was
Muppet
origi-
is different than a Sesame
They're all
Street.
Muppets. Elmo is a Muppet.
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus, Muppet.
He's a
They're
pup-
all Muppets.
he's
Big
a
Bird, Muppet.
puppet.
No, he definitely is not a puppet. That puppet is Pinocchio.
Really? So I
They're
thought,
Muppets. They're all Muppets. It's Jim Henson. They're all Muppets.
Well, no, Pinocchio's not a Muppet.
But,
No, I said he's a puppet.
but a Muppet is a Muppet, and a puppet is a puppet.
Right. And all the puppets that are on Sesame Street are Muppets.
What's the definition of a Muppet?
A Jim Henson puppet.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
I mean, that's, yeah.
The Henson Company made it.
Exactly. It's a Muppet.
Huh.
Wow. All right. Just stop.
Check
to
in.
demonstrate.
Check in.
Tiffany Epiphany.
Janine Garofalo was married for 20 years and didn't know it. Just got it annulled this week.
Okay.
Check in.
I hate when
can't-
that happens.
Oh my God. I can't believe that you brought this story because this happened to me.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
did.
yeah,
It happened to me. I
That's
didn't
true.
know
I
it.
remember that, yeah.
I got married. I've been married for 2 years now. Me and my wife got married in Vegas. And I remember, now I was married when I was in the military back, I was in the Navy in Connecticut. And I got married. We got divorced. So I thought. We got separated. She wouldn't talk to me. She cheated on me. I said, I'm out of here. I left Connecticut. It wasn't like I was abusing her. I was not, I was a victim in this whole thing. I left the state. She sent me papers for the divorce, pro se divorce. I signed the papers and sent them back up. And I said, well, that's the end of that. But it was not. And 15 years later, dude,
It was.
Oh, that's awesome.
I swear to you, we're planning the wedding in Vegas. I said to my now wife, then fiance, so what do we have to do once we get to Vegas? How do we get the marriage certificates? How does it work? She said, well, we just show them the date, just tell them the date of our divorce. I'm like, well, I don't really know the exact date. Well, then call Connecticut. And I'm like, all right, okay. So I called Connecticut and I told her my name, my wife's name, my ex-wife's name. And she pulls the file and I can hear her like reading it. And you're like, And then she goes, oh, well, right here, the divorce. Oh, actually, well, according to this, you're still married. I'm like,
oh no.
and I'm like, wait, no, you're not supposed to say that. Stop, don't say that. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? My fiance totally pissed off. So I had to get a divorce. So she was married for 20 years
Wow.
and didn't know it. And then
Wow.
how did she find out? Did the guy try to?
The dude was getting married and found out.
Same
yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah. They got drunk in Vegas and they'd been dating. They got drunk and went through a drive-through wedding chapel as a joke and didn't realize that it was actually a legal wedding. So they just found out about it. That's
I
pretty
think the
weird.
common
That's
thread here is
funny.
marriage and Vegas. I think
Yeah.
anytime that's connected, there's got to be a chance for mishap. Where did you get married? Did you get married in a church, Tiffany, when you got married?
I got married at like a quick chapel in Orlando when I had gotten married.
There's a quick chapel in
Yeah,
Orlando.
but we actually made it like a bigger thing. I only had to pay like $800. We got a limo.
Now, when
and,
you
like,
go
my
there, and
family
does it
went.
say quick chapel on the sign?
Well, it's like a drive-through chapel.
It's
for
in the
some
quick
people.
pick.
That's what I was going to say.
You can-
Well, my question was going to be, is it Q-U-I-K?
You're-
Or do they actually spell out, they have enough decency to go, yeah, it's in
Yeah, but no, it's a drive-through chapel. But yeah, it's in Orlando because it's on International Plaza Drive. You know, like
Oh
the
my
main.
God.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh,
we're
Lord.
divorced now, so there you go.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. I'm sure there are plenty of people that have gone through drive-through
Oh, yeah, I'm
weddings that are still
sure.
together. You don't think?
I know. I'm sure you and Crystal will be fine.
We didn't go through all right, first of all, we did not go
I know.
through a drive-through wedding chapel. There was no Elvis involved. It was the Little Church of the West. It was a beautiful little mining chapel
I
that they had. It's a
know.
beautiful
A
chapel.
mining
Amazing.
chapel.
It's
In
you have to
Did
see
you
it.
like pray to the saint of miners before you went in there? Did they give you a ceremonial
But-
pick? And
the
just-
most like it's hosted the most celebrity weddings in Vegas because it's a nice.
Did they throw
wooden-
coal dust at you?
No,
when
they
you got. Oh, that a rice?
It's a beautiful wooden chapel. It's a gorgeous. All the rest are actually, like she said, they're
Hmm.
like drive-throughs. You pull up your car.
Yeah, well, ours was a really nice chapel. I mean, like you could go in and get married in a nice chapel. So I think we kind of did what you and Crystal did.
And,
where
what do you mean
there's
you
like,
think you did? You don't remember?
well, I don't know what you guys did exactly,
It was
but
a
we
wooden
had
chapel.
like probably about 30 people came in and watched. It.
I'll show you the pictures next time. You
So
come
wait,
over.
did you have like 30 people come in and watch you drive through?
Well, no, like no, we did the
That'd be
whole
pretty funny.
walking down the aisle and like flower girls and all that stuff. We did do that.
Ah.
Vegas, and that was in Orlando. Vegas is the fun thing about Vegas is once you're finished, bam, you're on the strip. You're in Vegas, man.
Yeah, no, that sounds
Which sucks because then
amazing.
you're married.
Wow.
So what the hell are you gonna do? I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're like,
exactly.
yeah, Vegas, honey. Let's get crazy now. Yeah. All right, you got anything else on your bell ringing tour?
Check in. Pennsylvania boy suspended from school from having sex with his girlfriend sues for $160,000 or no, $75,000.
All right.
What?
Okay. Now, did you pull up the story?
Yeah,
Where did they have sex in the school?
no,
Somewhere else.
they were on a school trip to Morocco. That's pretty
Okay,
nice.
so they were on a school-sponsored function.
Aw, he was
Right.
trying to be romantic.
Oh, and then he
Like-
taped it. He videotaped it. He made a
What?
sex tape and he
Oh
showed it to
my-
other people.
All right, you got to get kicked out of school for that, dude.
No, just suspended.
Just suspended?
Yep.
That's not so bad.
And then he sued.
And then he sued.
75 grand.
For what? What loss? How long was he suspended for? 6 months? I mean, what?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous, dude. Why would you countersue on something like that? You got caught. You made a tape. You
Yeah.
obviously were not in. Like it's a school function. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously his parents have enough money to send him on a school trip to Morocco.
Right.
So they're probably like thinking that they can sue away any chances of that affecting his college
Oh,
chances.
my
That's
God.
that's what it is.
That's ridiculous. Dude.
Oh,
Tiffany, did you ever have sex on any school trips?
No, I didn't do that kind of stuff when I was in school.
School trips? You mean?
I was innocent.
No school trips ever?
Where did you have
Oh,
sex?
did I go on a school trip?
Oh,
No, we just went to like grad night at Disney, but I never
Oh.
went out of like state or country.
Did I go to grad night at Disney? Jeez Louise. That was the first time I ever actually drank alcohol and I passed out. I woke up in a hospital bed. I don't even know what happened to half the night. It was gone.
At grad night?
that was the
Hammered.
first time you ever got drunk?
Hammered. Yeah, dude. I was a senior in high school. What the hell?
Yeah, so what?
No, but I mean drunk on liquor. I drank beer, but this was here's what happened.
Oh,
The buses from here in Tampa to Orlando, all the students are on there. So we get on there, there's a bunch of students with little airplane bottles of liquor. I couldn't get that stuff at that age. We bought beer, but I wasn't going to bring a 6-pack of beer. So yeah, we slammed. I was drinking Jack Daniels, and dude, after like 4 or 5 of those,
Well, yeah, of course, especially if you're not a professional.
like you're a professional drinker.
No, I'm not a professional drinker.
I've seen you slam back. I'm actually looking forward to New Year's Eve when she comes over. Just to
I
see the
give her
Tiffany.
like 4 beers and just like puking in the yard. It'll be hilarious.
No, I do never drink to the point where I would throw up.
Not even in
I
England.
mean,
when
back
you were,
when I was a kid, maybe.
so you drank underage?
Maybe you don't remember you had blackouts.
Mm-hmm. She's an
No,
alcoholic.
Mom, I never drank when I was underage.
Oh,
I
mom's
love
like
you.
mom's listening. You're an alcoholic. You got it.
No,
You're
she
kidding.
doesn't have the internet.
She doesn't have the
I
internet.
know. I drank back in high school. That's what kids do.
Well, I drank beer. We smoked some pot, but I didn't. There was no liquor. I mean, we weren't really into like mixed cocktails. It just wasn't.
I made a mistake of like I didn't know the whole wine and liquor and beer rule thing. So I did that when I was 15. I got drunk and I threw up.
See, so you did.
I was
that.
I was
Wow.
friends. I was friends with adults.
Do you see how she evades? Okay,
I know.
Let me,
We have to drag things out of her.
Well, but here's the thing: we have to drag some things out of her, and then some things pop out that are just amaze me. Last night at the creative
Oh,
meeting,
no.
she just offered up Tiffany Barbee, our
Oh,
lovely
no.
co-host here.
oh yeah.
Offered up the information that she used to be in a child circus, which I didn't
Oh,
even know
yeah.
existed.
She used to jump through rings of fire on roller skates and catch on fire and burn her hair as a child. It's like a child acrobat clown. We didn't know that.
Yeah, and if somebody's going to offer information, typically, look, I've met a lot of people, and that's got to be the oddest thing to ever offer up. I was, like, it's like saying you're a gypsy.
Yeah.
What?
Well, we were hula hooping, and for some reason, it reminded me of my days in the circus.
No, look, listen, I understand how you got that memory jog, but the fact that you were like, oh, yeah, by the way, I used to be in the circus.
We did, it was called Circus of the Kids. And
which sounds like a Stephen King novel, by the way.
One year, my act was we jumped off trampolines and we did dive rolls through hoops of fire. And
how
they
old
had
were
us
you?
like, I don't know, I was probably like 9.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so
8.
you didn't obviously seek out the circus by yourself. Did your parents put
Well,
you
my
up to this?
mom, of course, my pageant mom.
So your
my
mother-
pageant mom did.
Yeah, that's another thing. Tiffany has a pageant mom, so she just sold her off to the circus for a couple of years. How long was it? How long
I
were
don't
you
know.
in?
I think I did it for like 4 years.
That's insanity.
Did
And
you have
like
to,
one year I did a act on roller skates, and like we like would spin each other around and like spin each other on each other's necks. Like we had like this thing that hooked us together.
Okay,
and
I have to say right now, it sounds like the worst circus I've ever heard.
No, it was
I
really
know,
cool.
like,
We used to walk on like
two children doing autoerotic asphyxiation on roller skates. It's not a circus. That's not a circus. That's an Italian movie from the 60s. It's terrible.
we did the flying trapeze. We did a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so they actually had you on some circus apparatus because
Oh yeah, we
roller
had like
skates
a
and-
tightrope.
roller skates and hula hoops. That's
No,
not
that was
getting
just
it.
like a little extra, like little things.
Like even Michael Landon when he had Circus of Stars, they had real stuff.
some people like ate fire, but yeah, no, we did a trapeze act. And
What do
we
you mean,
would
like
catch each
kids
other.
ate fire?
Yep.
Oh my god.
And we
dude.
had this thing where we walked on like a giant ball,
Has your mom
and we had to
apo-
like walk through. And,
Has
like,
your mom apologized to you at all for the stuff? I mean, the pageant stuff is bad enough. We've all seen toddlers and tiaras. I'm completely ashamed that culture even exists.
You know what, though, to be fair, though, it's legal to serve children fire if it's the parents serving fire with dinner, you know? It's like an immigrant thing.
Yeah.
Flambe
Yeah.
dinner. No problem.
I don't think nowadays they have a circus for kids. I think
they-
everyone would sue. And
Yeah, exactly. Which should tell you something about what your mom was doing to you.
I
Next week,
thought
we're
it
gonna
was fun. I loved it.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I know how to balance all sorts of things like on my fingers and
balance
stuff from
that
it.
Coke Zero right now. Show me some balanced skills. This is circus taught, folks. Look at that. That's pretty impressive, actually. Wow.
That was
fun.
Okay. 2 seconds. All right, back to
I could do
selling
like
candy.
Yeah.
I could do like a feather on the
Back-
end of it. and all.
back to selling.
I
cotton
want my
candy.
money back. The popcorn was terrible,
But
and
I have
the
to
girl couldn't even
stand
balance
up.
a Coke bottle on her finger.
I have
Well,
to stand up.
The only
and
reason I
do
bring it up is because you, Tiffany, as we get to know you, like, and for those of you who are new to the show or didn't listen to the show the first year where you were on, Tiffany wasn't on the show. It's just Jordan and I. Tiffany was actually behind the scenes helping the station get going with Nolan Ray, our wonderful
And I had
producer.
my own shows.
And you had your own shows. That was with Bob Burr. It was called
Chilling with Bob and Tiffany.
Chilling with Bob
And-
and
Chilling
Tiffany.
with
And then
Bob.
Nolan and I originated
Right.
the station came from Nolan and I show. We did a show called Comics Corner, and
That's
then
right.
it all like came off into a station.
Right. So then she left, went with Heat Miser, and got all and sleeping with the enemy, and then came
Yeah.
back, and she joined our show, and so we only had brief exposure to you, and I knew you were kind of a conservative gal. I didn't really know, but then we find out, karate, circus.
What else? Oh, she had one other
pageantry?
thing, like some other
Pageantry?
weird thing she did last night too. I can't remember.
The
It was like
pageant
such a
thing?
shock.
What was that?
No, wasn't there something? She's like a stunt car driver or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like a paratrooper. I don't.
Yeah.
You can do and then as in the time that we've known you, you've been through like 8 jobs: ballroom dancing. She, like a
Well, I
circuit
keep them
board,
all.
maker in a factory.
Veterinary assistant. She did that for like
No.
2 days.
Oh, that's what it was. She said she was worked sutured people
Oh
up.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When I was in high school, I volunteered at the hospital for like 3 years, and I was in the emergency room, and I would help them like suture.
Again, all childlike activities. Who lets an 8-year-old or you're at high school?
I was in high school when I
Well,
volunteered at the
Still
hospital.
though, 13-year-old. Yeah, you want to get a little internship here? Come here. Yeah, that's an artery. We'll just clamp that off. Here, you do it. You do the clamp.
Right.
I'm in the medical field, and that scares the hell out of me that you were hanging out, Tiffany Barbee.
What else did we do? Oh, I was in this Medical Explorers. Every Halloween we would go to
Medical
the
explorers. Dun, dun, dun.
we would go to the morgue and we would go see the dead bodies, and then they would
How
show
old
us
are
a
you?
video like probably about 15.
Holy crap!
And they would show
dude.
us the dead bodies, and then they would show us like pictures, and they'd be like, "How do you think this person died?" And they would tell us like if they got strangled, like their blood vessels, would, like they would show us a picture of all these dead bodies, and we'd have to figure out how
All right,
did they die.
There's something there's something wrong in your head. She's been exposed to some really creepy crap.
I know, dude. Oh, wow.
Like,
Oh,
yeah, it was weird.
you touch dead people.
And we had to figure out how they died by looking at them and by looking at.
Okay, so why were you into medical explorers? Dun dun dun.
Because I wanted to be a doctor at one point.
You want to be everything. I'm getting that. You want to be everything in all things.
And I am a lot of things right now, aren't I? I have lots of jobs right now.
And I am a lot of
I
things,
have like
aren't I?
5 job things.
What name off your jobs?
I teach martial arts.
You teach martial arts.
I'm doing the ballroom dance.
Doing the ballroom dance as an instructor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do this radio show.
You do this. Well, it's kind of a job.
Well,
we're not really
stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
Once
Yeah,
in a
we
while.
saw that. We'll talk about that. I don't know.
And then I do acting gigs too.
When do you do acting gigs?
I don't know, it's been a while, but I used to do a bunch in a row.
She
I
does
need to
other
get an
stuff.
agent.
And she was on Sirius this past week. You're on Sirius Radio.
I was.
Which we're pissed off about. I'll just say that. Well, I just don't
Why?
trust you now. I don't know. I'm afraid you're going to join some other roving band of people.
I know. She's
I'm
gonna
gonna go be on Sirius. No, Tony is really cool.
Okay,
He
so
hosts
tell us
that.
what that was all about. This is a Twitter friend of yours, right? Basically.
Yeah, and he's my friend on Facebook as well.
Okay, so Facebook
and his
and Twitter.
name's Tony. I'm not really sure how to say his last name. Chincota. It's like Cincotta, but he has this Sirius XM fantasy show, and he just wanted like a woman's perspective because
Now, when
like
you say Sirius fantasy, are we talking
it's
fantasy?
about football. It's
So
like
it's
it's a
fantasy
sports
football.
channel. Yeah.
Okay, so they wanted a woman's perspective on.
Yeah, we were talking about like first dates and like lines that guys do and stuff. Like,
all right, hang on for a second. Now, when she said fantasy football, the material they talked about, what does that have? That has nothing to do with football at all. What did you get
How
wrong?
much
Well,
can they be talking?
'cause we're
It's
talking-
stupid fantasy
I
football.
think.
But the whole show is supposed to be about fantasy football. You would think that they
Yes,
would
but
like, Tiffany, what do you think, if this player does this and yada, yada, yada?
Well, I don't even know. I think it's fantasy sports. It doesn't have to be just football. I'm
Okay.
not sure. But
But what about, it's like fantasy
but
dating.
I think they were just thinking that the guys that are into it are kind of like they don't know how to work with women a lot of times.
Yeah.
So they just kind of wanted a female's perspective. So we what was one funny line? I said, "Nice legs. What time do they open?"
Ooh, what was that supposed to be, a pickup line?
Ooh, what?
Yeah, I've
Oh,
heard a
that's
guy
creepy,
say that
dude.
before. I was just saying lines that guys have said, and it was funny.
So they were asking you what lame lines you've heard from guys.
Yeah, different.
You had a guy actually say that to you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Nice legs. What time do they open?
Were your legs showing at least?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what time? Really?
Yeah, it was stupid.
What did you say to him?
What situation? Did,
I
was it in a
laughed.
bar or a club or where did it happen?
Yeah, she was on the trapeze. We're doing a show.
Nah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey,
it was like at a nightclub. I mean, I've had guys come up to me and say, "Your teeth are so pretty. I work for a dental hygienist, and your teeth are so pretty."
all right, that is weird.
Like
dude.
I've had someone
Yeah.
say that to me
It
before.
puts a lotion in the basket.
I know, yeah.
Oh.
And then what do we talk about? We talk about
I
like
wanna wear your
weird
skin.
first
What the
dates.
hell?
Yeah.
My wife has beautiful, gorgeous blue eyes, and when I met her, that's the first thing I commented on, which was the wrong thing because everybody has commented. Listen, it's not easy for guys. We don't know what the hell to say to you to like get in,
Right.
Other than hello, and then you're like lame. Did you just say hello to me?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I thought the line was funny. I laughed.
I was at a bar one night, and a girl was sitting behind me, and it was I was single, and it was one of those places where you just go and you drink, and you hope that maybe a conversation maybe struck up. And there was a girl sitting there and talking to somebody, and then that person left, and she looked at me, and I went, hi, and she went, hi, and I went, that's a really nice outfit that you're wearing. She goes, did you just comment on my outfit? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, are you gay? And I said, no. And she goes, well, then you really shouldn't be commenting on what I'm wearing.
Aw,
I know.
that's mean.
And I was
mean,
complimenting her, and I'm like, whatever.
Girls-
come on, man.
Women need to realize that if a guy's coming up to you to talk, that they've really probably put some like bravery
Yeah,
into it,
thank
and
you.
that you should appreciate that.
Just for a second.
I feel like a lot of times, like if I kind of like a guy somewhere, that I have to go up to him and approach it because I feel like sometimes they're a little too shy. So I'll kind of like break the ice a little bit.
Yeah, because you guys are like Sonya. You say,
But-
get your head lopped off.
I mean, I'll do that, but I really don't like to. I feel like guys should pursue.
What
the
women don't
girls. I'm kind of
understand-
traditional.
What women don't understand is that we can see the friend zone they admit. It's sort of a gaseous plasma cloud around them. And you can tell, it's like it gets more intimidating the farther out their friend zone extends from them.
And usually within the friend zone, that gaseous state that he's talking about,
Mm-hmm.
there is a larger woman sort of in and out of the gravitational pull of that, just as a sort of a deflector. They usually have that person.
Right, like
Yeah.
the asteroid belt.
Right, exactly. Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm right. I've been on the planet for a while. I know how you guys operate.
So we
No,
have
but
women.
We enjoy our friends.
But the good
I
thing
don't know.
is, though, I'll say this: when a girl does like you, hopefully, most women go ahead and they take that first step. Because I don't know. The
Yeah,
guy,
sometimes you have to nowadays. It's not all chivalry and
no, we're not. I'm not throwing my.
you
kid
know,
on the
like
floor
guys
thing.
going up to your dad and saying, "I'd like to date your daughter." I don't know. However they used to do it back in the old day. I'll give you.
Was that your old day accent?
I will give you a horse if you let me date your daughter.
she sounds so taxed about the whole thing.
I know.
If I have to give you an animal, I will.
So
give her an old world voice, Jordan,
Yeah,
that she's thinking of. What is that world? The pilgrimage.
Oh, dear sir, I
yes.
would gladly pay thee 12 oxen for the hand of thy beauteous daughter, Penelopeaneth.
Oh my God, Tiffany! How many? Oh, I forget it. All right,
I've
anyway.
heard like arranged marriages though. They sometimes they work out. Like it's like if you
Sometimes.
you get thrown into the situation with another person and you like make the best of it and you end up like bonding and
Well,
having a successful life.
they used to work out back in the day because people didn't like get divorced back a long time ago when they did that. Like they didn't know that was an option.
No, they just
Like-
cheated in the backside
Right.
and left their wives
Oh.
miserable.
Go to
Yeah,
the swingers
maybe.
clubs.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
swingers
don't know.
clubs. They just went down to the local VFW hall and
Yeah.
hooked up with Edith, who had lost her husband 8 months ago, but was on the make. I'm mad at my wife right now. Edith, come here. Let's slam back some whiskey.
That's why the Masons used to be so popular.
If you want to give us a call in the studio, you can do so. 727-493-2055. It's a double special show right here on ComedySlamRadio.com. You can also check us out on the web, doublespecialshow.com, ComedySlamRadio.com. We're on like 15 different. What else? We got Twitter going on. It's double
We
special.
got Twitter at Double Special. We have
Mhm.
Facebook. So after the Facebook, you put Double Special Comedy.
Always.
We're on YouTube.com/Double Special Comedy. We're
All
on
right.
everywhere.
All right, so let's.
iTunes.
Stitcher Radio. Yeah,
yeah.
Tiffany's hooked it up. Thank you for all our Twitter
Automatic.
followers and keeping active with the Twitter thing. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I don't tweet more. I'm just not.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
don't.
I'm not
I love
at
it.
all. I
I've-
can't do it. I'm not good at it.
I've met so many cool people. Like I actually talked to Brad on Monday. Not Monday. Monday's when I did that serious
And then
thing.
Brad's
But
the-
I met the serious guy through Twitter,
Right.
and then Brad I talked to on Sunday night
Brad's
before
or
Dexter.
Australia,
Yeah. So it was really cool. I'm like I talked to Australia.
Well, you typed Australia.
No, I talked to him on the phone.
Oh, you talked to him on the phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the hell's going on, man? You're now talking to our fans on the phone?
Well, no,
Dude.
he's
What?
our comedy correspondent now.
Well, Marty
as
is
you
too.
know.
When's the last time you called Marty? Or
I don't.
Andrew?
Well, you talked to him.
Yeah.
She's like, I like his accent.
No, it's not like that.
Yes, he's a swell actor.
He does have a cool accent.
You
though.
just tell him to read off recipes, basically, and it's fine by me. Read off this shepherd's pie recipe in your Australian
He
accent.
does have a nice accent.
All right, yeah, you can't get that on Twitter,
She
can
was,
you?
yeah, she told me the other night. So apparently Australian accents do it for me now.
I
just-
never said that, by the way.
I
Oh
got
my
over
goodness.
English accents,
All
but
right, you
Australian
I
accents.
never said that.
You
Uh,
insinuated it with your eyes. We saw the way you looked
We
at
know.
Jordan.
What?
I don't even know what I'm saying. So when I do stand-up regionally and locally, I always say that I'm from Boston. The reason I say I'm from Boston, and because people have asked me, why you're not really from Boston?
Because you
I'm from-
lie.
No, I'm from Worcester. I'm from right outside of Boston. I
You
found
weren't born
that.
there, though. You
Do
were
you
born
like
in
the
Florida.
Celtics?
No, I was born in Worcester, Mass.
All right.
Yeah.
Do
What's
you
that?
like the Celtics?
No, I'm not really a sport. I don't really care about sports. No, I don't give a crap about that.
Ah,
When I did watch basketball, it was Chicago Bulls, but that's beside the point.
Oh, the Celtics won the Bulls the other day.
Oh my God!
Okay.
All right, save that for your serious show. When you do your sports fantasy show.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll love to talk about the Celtics and whoever the hell they play.
All right.
So I tell them I'm from Boston, and one of the reasons is I feel like, at least for my style of comedy, it's very aggressive and very sarcastic, and they seem to accept it better, digest it better when they think that I'm from the city, right?
Mhm.
Rather than from Florida, which is where I live. The other reason is I'm really embarrassed by Florida.
Oh, it is.
I have to say this, okay? First of all, you start with, like, every time there's some freaky, rednecky, white trash story in the news, it's usually from Florida, somewhere in the middle, up into the panhandle. And then with the election, now we've got the governor just, like, pissed and apologizing that we can't count. You know, that's like a national
they just-
Oh,
disgrace.
it's so
They
ridiculous.
Right.
found a box with like 1,000 ballots in Broward County just today.
Right, exactly. It's just it's so embarrassing, dude. It's like, it's like the Chris Rock bit where he said every time he's watching the news and they talk about some person that did some stupid crime, he's like, please don't let it be a black guy. I mean, for me, it's like, please don't let this crazy person whose snake swallowed his infant be from Florida. But always it is.
It's always from Florida.
Exactly. And so now, I bring it up because of this. We teased this in the beginning. Now we have like a huge national scandal, which as it unfolds is like the worst, nasty, dirtiest onion on the planet. Right? I mean, seriously, Jordan, you agree.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
It's from Florida?
Yes.
It's got Florida connections.
No.
It's got Florida connections all running through it. The story is General Petraeus has resigned from the CIA, right? CIA?
Yeah.
Resigned from the CIA. If you don't know who General Petraeus is, you need to get online. I don't know. Get out from underneath a rock. He was the commander of the forces in Afghanistan, I believe, while he was as general. And is he stationed out of the MacDill here?
He was stationed out of MacDill for a while.
Right.
That's why he hooked up with these ladies in Tampa.
So this is the story. Yeah, we find out that he resigns. Why does he resign? There's a sex scandal happening. Jordan, fill us in a little bit on.
My goodness!
I know it started simply, and now it has blown completely the hell out of the water.
It began with this lady in Tampa, Jill Kelly, who apparently got a threatening email from somebody saying, "Stay away from my man Petraeus, you bitch, you hussy." So that came through. So she turns to apparently some FBI agent she knew, who apparently just got identified as Frederick Humphreys II.
Yeah, let me stop you right there for a second and say that this woman is like a socialite here in Tampa, right? Let's just define this woman, who she is. She's a socialite.
Well, not in the traditional sense. I mean, she
not bred born.
Right. Yeah, not bred to it.
Right.
But she apparently she bullied her husband, or that's what I heard, bullied. But they bought a mansion on Bayshore Boulevard near MacDill Air Force Base. Right.
Prominent surgeon.
Prominent, yeah.
Okay, well, enough to live on Bayshore, which is a very expensive area. Well,
apparently above their means because it's being repossessed and they're being sued now. So apparently they couldn't quite afford it.
Right.
But yeah, she's been throwing parties. So anyway, she's been throwing parties. She got up in the grill of people in MacDill, or however you say it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, wow.
Right. So yeah. So okay. Anyway, she gets a threatening letter. She turns it over to this FBI agent she apparently knows. They start investigating. They find out that Petraeus has been boffing the lady who wrote a biography about him named Paula Broadwell.
Well.
So, and that lady sent the email out.
Right.
To this lady in Tampa.
Right.
This is getting confusing already. You said do it briefly.
I know. You're right. It gets insane. Then we
Mm-hmm.
find out that actually the Petraeus and another general had a dummy Gmail account set up.
Well, no, okay.
That's how the whole thing happened. Right?
Well, Petraeus and the lady he was boffing had the dummy Gmail account.
All right.
But then in the course of it, they find out, how is this lady in Tampa connected to all these people? They find out that she's been having sexy emails with an entirely different general, General Allen. And that both of these generals, Petraeus and Allen, have been testifying in the custody case of her crazy twin sister.
Oh my God, dude!
It's
like a Twin Peaks episode.
I know.
David Lynch couldn't write this if he tried.
Meanwhile, while that's all going on, the FBI agent she originally contacted, the lady in Tampa. Oh God. He starts freaking out about the whole thing because apparently he thinks it's a cover-up by the Obama administration. So he's leaking it all over the place. He's leaking it to right-wing news organizations that there's an investigation going on.
Oh my God!
And he's also trying to boff the lady in Tampa by sending himself shirtless pictures of himself to her.
Right. And then in the interim, the autobiographer who hasn't boffed anybody, as far as she did boff the one. Yeah,
she's boffing Petraeus.
She actually made a statement prior to the U.S. actually admitting that the story coming out that there were prisoners held in Benghazi.
Yeah,
she had that information prior, and actually
they've just found her computer is full of classified information she should not have had.
All stemmed out of Tampa, which is literally 25 minutes from here. Some of the highest ranking officials in the United States military making us look like complete asses because they're penis jockeys. Penis jockeys, all these guys. I don't understand. If you're in a position like that, why would you even take a chance? I've seen the girl. She's not bad looking. She's it's nothing.
Yeah, but
really,
it's your wiener.
So she's not worth it.
No, not for a career of 25 plus years in the military. I mean, the guy's a four-star
you don't think you're
general.
going to get caught?
How can you not get caught? You're sending emails. There's correspondence happening.
I mean, obviously it happens. But...
it did, and it's going to. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. Anyway, I think we need to take a quick break right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Double Special Show will be right back after these messages with some more stuff. That wasn't a very good outro.
No.
That was terrible.
I think we're still on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Yeah. Keep going. No, he's on. He's on.
What?
Yeah, he's still on.
Are we still on?
Are we still on?
Are we?
No, I think we're playing that extreme marketing contest.
Haven't you ever heard "Never"? The show must go on. Just keep going.
I know, dude. I don't
think anything.
But
happened.
it's funny when we stopped. I think it's funny.
What happened? How did you stop?
I don't know. We don't know. Did JT call yet?
No, I'm.
Oh shit! I gotta. You know what? I gotta. Hey, do you have JT's number?
I can call him. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just call me because I told him the number, but I don't think he remembered it. He told me to text it to him.
Okay, I'll call him right now.
Doesn't he work here?
Yeah, no, but he's on a different. I don't know. He's in the studio. The number is different in that studio. He broadcasts out of that studio.
F him. Why does JT? Just because he's too fat, he needs the big studio?
Oh, for God's sake!
Are we still on? Oh
No.
God!
Is he gonna
Yes,
tell
you're
us?
still on. You're always on. You never get off air ever.
Ever. You never get off air.
I thought we were
ever,
taking
you
like an
rat
advertising
bat.
break.
Yeah, but then he's gonna break right back into the middle of some discussion that's like half there and not.
What we're gonna
half
do is we're gonna call. We're gonna call JT,
I
and then when JT gets off the phone, we will end his conversation with saying we are going to a commercial break.
was saying what?
We're gonna go after JT's conversation's
Oh,
over.
I got you.
Tiffany has a question.
Yes, Tiffany.
Are we on right now?
No, we're not on right now. I mean,
Oh.
no. The audio's not on. We may be on Ustream. I have no idea.
Oh, what's up?
It doesn't
people?
really matter.
I don't.
If we
know.
are on and people are watching, then yeah, they're watching. You know, what do they want? They can take a break and get some iced tea, do whatever they do.
We have been on the entire time. We've never
that's
gotten
fine.
off.
Yeah, we've never gotten off.
I thought we were taking a commercial break.
I thought we were taking a break.
we want to practice our outros anyway.
No, that's later.
Let's do it again though.
No,
anyway.
that's later.
I'm glad that we didn't talk about anything inappropriate.
We never talk about anything inappropriate.
So, well, Tiffany did talk about her nipples before we went on
No,
air.
Well, let's
she
do
would
an ad
not.
for nipples. All right,
Let's
ladies
stop
and
it.
gentlemen, the Double Special Show will be right back after this ad for Tiffany's nipples.
Are you sure we're going to break? Okay, we're going there. Yeah, that's take it all the way, damn it.
You know, back in the old country.
Not everybody. We're trying to tell you her accomplishments. Saying she's one of those hoes. You know, this is what she did in high school. You know, as an adult, she's an accomplished.
DoGoodEveryday365.com. Every day, we're doing something good. Make sure to check out DoGoodEveryday365.com. Your input matters. We're a WordPress blog directed at changing the world every single day. Stop by and find out ways you can change the world. DoGoodEveryday365.com.
Nice reverberation.
And we're back live on the Double Special Show, back from commercials.
Good commercials. And
Good
that,
commercials.
And that awful smattering of confusion prior to the commercial.
That was a terrible intro.
I know. We were trying to
do
like
that
work
again.
on something. Well, I'm not ready. I want to do that later. I want to do that. I want to get
we're
JT
gonna,
on the phone.
later, we're going to be practicing our intros and outros, ladies
That's
and
right.
gentlemen.
Yeah. For our big serious break that Tiffany's going to get us
No,
as
I'm not.
punishment for going on a serious fantasy sports show.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, who does well? I guess
but the dude's listening right now, so good
that's
show,
fun.
dude.
Yeah, good, awesome show. Love it.
We like it.
Do they have fantasy taekwondo or
That would be
fantasy karate?
I
hilarious.
don't know.
Wouldn't that be funny though?
They
Yeah.
do seem like fun guys, though.
I'm sure they're
I'm
nice
joking.
guys. Well, we're not nice
Hey.
people, as we found out in the past week, talking about other comics,
Oh, yeah.
infiltrating the Tampa Comedy Forum on Facebook, and as you had to defend this very station, Tiffany, with the skills and the passion that we know that you have, you defended the station from
And
the
made
from the
Oh, I
naysayers.
did.
What?
Because Paul Smith pissed you off.
No, he didn't. Oh, I'm Paul Smith. No. Bobby Jewell. I got kicked out of Side Splitters. Huh?
Okay, you were committing a lot more last night. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
it
was.
the
I don't
residual
know.
pot smoke or
I
what.
think it's the echo. I should take these
No,
off.
don't. Yeah, go ahead. Try it without the headset.
Wait, before we do that, we should tell. We're talking about Paul Olin-Smith, the local open mic comedian. But before we get to that,
we'll get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. But right now, speaking of double special being terrible and mean, I think we have JT Burns on the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, Almighty Whitey.
Yeah, JT, are you there, buddy?
I am here.
There he is, JT Burns.
That Gwiggy.
What's that?
Was that Gwiggy who was talking?
Yes, that's correct. That was Gwiggy talking, you fat monkey.
Stop.
No. So my impersonation of Paul Smith sounds like Gwiggy?
No, JT was talking about Jordan. He's just razzing. JT made a little joke right there. That's what he did. There's another phone call. No, don't click them together.
But
do not do that.
Yeah, please don't do that.
All right, so JT.
Oh, that's Australia.
It's the Australian phone call?
Oh, we got Brad. We got to bring Brad on.
All right,
JT, hang on a minute. Hang on the line. Don't talk. Brad McClain, ladies and gentlemen, live from the land down under.
Guys.
Brad. Hey,
What's
Brad.
up? What's up, Brad?
How are you going?
Good.
How
are
are
you?
you this week?
Hold
I'm just getting the delay down pat. How are you this week?
Excellent. We have JT Burns on the other line. We, for some reason, in this studio, anytime somebody else calls, we get conference calls, and then we get like 5 people. It's like this mass confusion. So, JT, hang on for 1 second while we talk to Brad. Are you still there, JT?
I am here.
Will you
right. Stop talking now?
No, hold on, wait. Now, JT is one of the other hosts. His show is called the Almighty One Show, and what night is that on, JT?
It is now on Mondays at 9:30 to 11:30.
Okay, perfect. Now, hang on. Let's talk to Brad, and then we're going to get right back to you and get to the questions that you want to ask. So, can you do that? You have a couple of minutes?
I have a couple of minutes.
All right, shut the hell up then. All right. Brad,
God, he talks
call,
so much.
no, he does not. Answer the question. So, Brad, calling from down under. Have you been listening to the show tonight?
Not tonight. I've been doing homework. I've watched Self-Defense and Champions over the last 2 days. It's been great.
What was that?
It's our episodes, our self-defense episode. Remember where I put Jordan in an armbar?
Oh my God.
And then the Champions episode.
What was the Champions episode?
Is that where we won the award?
Oh, that's where we won. Where we won.
The award.
Oh, the award. That's right.
Because we were the best overall show.
Best overall show on Talkwad Network.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's been really good. I've
Nick-
been doing homework on the. I've been getting used to the delay in the talk. I've been doing it in real life to people, just talking in delay to them. So that's been okay.
That's when they think, like, when you talk and there's a delay, they're like, is he going to hit me right now? I think he said something, then now he's going to hit me.
I was with my brother, and the person said to my brother, "What's wrong with him? Is he mildly retarded?" And I would have thought he would have said no, he's planning on making an international call, but he just said, "Yeah, he is."
Look, I don't. I guess there's a little bit of delay. I don't know because we're in the studio, but I don't think I've ever made an international call on. Now, are you on a landline or a cell phone?
A cell phone.
Oh, that's got to mess things all the hell up.
You know what? You could practice it. You could just tell people you were pretending you were Marky Mark in The Happening, that terrible movie about the plants, you know? He'd freeze up every minute.
I've never seen that movie.
That movie was...
Oh, yeah, I've never seen it.
Dude, the movie is like...
What's been happening over there?
Well, what do you mean what's been happening? You haven't heard the general portrays, crazy stuff about the Eyes Wide Shut scandal?
They don't care. He comes from an adult country. They're over that.
Yeah. I don't know what any of that means. What about Tom Hanks? Are you any closer to getting him on?
No, we're not. Now Nolan has tried to get him on. And listen, Tom Hanks has been doing the press junket from hell. I don't know if you noticed. He's got the new movie coming out. I guess, is it out now?
I don't know. What movie?
Atlas. He's in Atlas.
Oh.
Where he plays
Cloud
6
Atlas,
different characters. And he is doing a bunch of press stuff and actually doing some really funny stuff on different shows. So I don't know if they're even going to give us a shake. I would love to. Now, are you a big fan of Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I've got a small seafood business, and he's probably the reason I got into it. I watched that documentary done on the prawn boat fisherman, Forrest Gump.
I love Forrest Gump.
Dude, my favorite line from Forrest Gump is "She smelled like cigarettes." I mean, that's
she smelled like cigarettes.
When you say small seafood business, is it just a small finance wise, or do you only sell actually small fish like krill and stuff?
Yeah, really, yeah, just small fish, that's it. Everything's small. The pay packet's small, everything's small. I only ever sell fish to children, actually.
He sells it out of an ice fishing hut.
Imagine you
Actually, what I do is I go around to people's house. The business has been going since about 1978. Obviously, I haven't been driving the vehicle that long. I had a little trouble reaching the pedals. But yesterday, a true story. I was at a lady's house and she bought some fish off me. And she's got 2 kids walking around and 2 dogs, and the dogs were asleep in front of us on the grass. And one of the kids, he patted the dog, eyeballed me, and then dropped his pants and urinated on the dog, and that happened right in front of me yesterday.
It's my dog.
I don't know what to make of it.
He was marking the dog as his own.
I don't know, but he eyeballed me. I don't know whether it means you're next or what. You know?
That's, when you're out selling, your wares, you don't expect for things like that to happen. Maybe some delay conversation or whatever, but not urinating on animals, and that's, wow. I mean, but you made the sale. You got the fish through.
Yeah, all done deal. And I don't know what the kid. I don't know what the kid's problem was. He was like at 28. You should know better.
Oh my God! Now let me.
What I've been doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
What I've been doing also, because it's a mobile fish business, so I'm in the car all the time. So I've developed a little game since I've been talking to you guys. I've all hopped up on the American thing. I've invented a game called Americana, where basically what I do is I just drive on the opposite side of the road and shake me fist to the tourists.
Now
that's something.
I'll spice it up Americana style for you. When you do shake your fist, go, "You rat bastards!" That's the Americana thing to do. And
also slow down to like 10 miles under the speed limit, and then pretend there's a Canadian in front of you. That's totally like driving here.
Well, that's exactly what's going to happen today, this afternoon. So people are going to be wrapped.
All right, let me break over to JT. JT, are you still on the line?
I am still on the line.
What do you think of Brad's accent? Let's be honest. Now, you're a guy. You're originally from Kansas City, right?
Well, I was born in Kansas.
So yes, you're originally from there.
Oh, from Kansas. All right. So
there's no other cities in Kansas.
And if there's ever like an epitome of an American guy with the football jersey, this is JT. What do you think of that Australian accent? You like that?
I don't know. It kind of sounds British too.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me flip over to Brad. Brad, do you have the knife out? Are you pissed? What?
I mean,
I don't know.
Aren't Australians really British anyway? Or
no,
English?
what are you talking about? Hold on.
Where they sent their criminals to was Australia.
No, hold on. Wait a second, JT. Let Brad respond. Brad, there's a question for Middle America. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've stolen a loaf of bread from here to there. What's wrong with that?
I've been tracked down my whole life by one obsessive bastard, but come on.
No, I don't know where I'm from. Parents, Mum and Dad, they weren't English. They were Scottish, and which I guess that's tightness. They're right there.
Yeah.
And Mum was a peasant girl that come from a wrestling background.
Wow.
That's awesome. Are you kidding me, JT? Come on, bro. Oh, my God. That's a wrestling background.
Tell Brad about JT's original, like, what's his name?
All right, so this is a backstory on JT. JT has a show on the network, which I've defended from the beginning because I believe in free speech and the right.
Lost so many friendships over that.
Of two, max two. But JT, when he first started, had the Almighty Whitey One show, and he likens himself to a ghetto Jesus. I mean, that was your beginning when you first started. That's what you were shooting for, right?
No, what originally how I started was I had the name as a cab driver because I'm like only one shade whiter than an albino, and I'm slightly overweight, so I was
slightly overweight.
They used to call me Almighty Whitey.
Okay. I'm still stuck on the slightly overweight. Yeah. You're rotund. You're a round fellow.
Yeah.
Look, put a beard on you and you're Saint Nick, bro.
Somebody pissed me off. somebody pissed me off, and I decided to create this character that would be like Ghetto Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, so JT is
And it didn't
very
go over so well.
controversial.
Yeah, no, listen, again, I defended your right to express yourself. Now, Brad is a completely different style of comedy. I don't even know. How do you think, how are American comedians accepted in Australia? Do they, I mean, at this point, are we all just like a big joke? No, no pun intended, but.
What you get is you get a mix. Some people love the British humour.
Mhm.
Some people love the American humour. Most of the people that love the British humour are British.
Well, you like Ricky Gervais a lot, is who you like, right, Brad?
Yeah, I like it. I pretty much like anyone that makes me laugh.
I'm with you. It doesn't
I like
matter to
them
me.
all.
But
Yeah.
now if we sent like the almighty one over there and like he started calling himself like something like the Snowy Abo or something, how would that go over?
He'd go all right, I guess. Send him over.
Yeah, he's like, let's find out. Let's do a little test run. No, here's the thing.
That's right. The best way.
Right, I've always said this about JT. The thing about JT is, even though he was controversial and people, listen, JT has the drive, JT has the passion, and to me that says, oodles about somebody that wants to be a performer. I think it's in his heart, and he really wants it. I just think some people are really judgmental, and they don't. That's why we ask: are they as because over here the comedy scene is brutal. I mean, it's
They're a bunch of little girls.
Yep.
Yeah, I really think I think that comedians or anything like that, if you're offended by someone or if you don't like them, don't watch them.
Right.
Watch someone that you like and say that they're really great.
Yeah, they can all watch Tyler Perry and enjoy that, fest.
Yeah.
Good gravy. JT, do you like Tyler Perry movies?
I don't not like them.
He's like,
I don't like them.
yeah, I don't know. The whole thing.
I
is
don't
weird.
get it.
I will take off the fat suit. Do something different. That's what I'm saying. All right, Brad. Well, listen, Brad, I need to do this thing with JT. As always, love that you watch the show. Glad that you're catching up. And Tiffany, tell him, because we love Brad. We love you, Brad.
And we even put Brad on the website now.
Now you're on the website.
Because he's our Australian comedy correspondent.
So give him a round of applause right there.
Yay.
Now
put that on your resume, bro.
Yeah,
thanks very much for that. That was it's a huge honour, and it's probably topped the time that I came second place in my mother's greatest son award, which I strangely enough lost to my sister.
Your sister is a handsome man.
Thanks very much, folks, and have a great day. And JT, sorry for cutting in on your time, mate.
That's all right.
No, that's
I look
fine.
forward to seeing the show.
All right, brother.
Yes.
You have a good day too.
All right, there you go.
Talk soon, Brad.
Give it up for Brad.
Brad McLean.
Okay, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Brad McLean, ladies and gentlemen, our Down Under comedy correspondent, checking in live from Australia.
Now we got to get an intro for Brad. I
Yes.
wanna, and I don't know much about. Before he left, I wanted to ask him what's an Australian song that we
I
can
want
use.
to be a comedy correspondent.
You have your own show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have
shut
your
up.
own show now.
Easy, Jordan. Relax. Listen, okay,
You
now
could call me the almighty correspondent.
Yeah, that's funny.
We don't want local comedy correspondent.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me flesh this out. So JT's on the show. If you're just joining us, JT Burns on the line, the almighty one, has a show on the same network that we're on, Comedy Slam Radio, on Monday nights, right? You said 9:30 to 11:30. Is that correct?
Yes, I changed it to an hour back.
Damn, I'm good.
And then tonight you thought, how can I get on the double special show tonight?
No,
How can I
that
get,
is not-
let me finish.
All right.
And you thought, well, maybe if I stroke Chris a little, maybe if I ask him, Chris, I need your help on comedy because you're such a comedy expert. You're so genius at comedy, Chris Gorges. Let me stroke you up and down a little bit so I can get some of your comedy juices to spurt out all over me. And of course, Chris went with that because that's what he
Because
wants
I
to
need
hear.
that. I
Yeah,
need that.
You need
Is
that.
this what you do on the David Letterman show too when you conduct your band?
No, not at all. So here's the thing.
He made a Paul Schaefer joke.
He did make a Paul
I
Schaefer.
know.
Yeah,
It's so,
he
what?
rashed it with the thing. If only you knew a Paul Schaefer comeback, you would have been golden right now.
I know, I
If
know.
you had a clip, you would have bam. You would have
And if he'd made a Clint Howard reference like Steve Eric, I would have laughed. But whatever.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, JT called in because JT, you're doing, and you called it a report. But is this for your show? Is it? Are you taking a college course on comedy?
No. I have it's 9:30 now, 10:30, 11:30. I have 2.5 hours to finish a report and get it in to emailed it to my professor.
Okay. So this is for college.
This is for college.
Okay.
For what class?
It's called Equity in the Workplace.
Now you said equity. Is it equality or is it equity?
It's called equity, but it means equality.
Does it? Jordan, can you help me out with that? Hold on, JT. Can you help me with that? Equality, equity?
I don't know. It sounds,
equity
it
is
sounds
value
like
in something.
corporate buzzword crap to me.
All right.
We want you to have equity in your job. That's why we, expect you to do more.
Okay, I don't even know what. Okay, so anyway,
it's called Equity in School and Work is the name of the class.
Okay.
Is this a public college or is this a like a tech school
USF.
or what's that?
USF.
Okay, USF, University of South Florida. All right.
I could have sworn it would have been DeVry. I was so betting on DeVry.
Why would it? Come on, listen. JT is a smart guy.
All
right. Okay, so you have a couple of questions about comedy, and you know that I've been doing it for a while. Tiffany just started. I've been doing it for a while. Tiffany's over it already, but let him go do this. All right. So
I started 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago. So you got a couple of questions you want to ask, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot. Ask the questions.
Okay. Let's see which ones would be.
Oh, for
Are you serious? You're not prepared? You had one job, JT. You had one job.
I'm asking the question.
All right, JB. Relax, JB. Let him ask the question. Otherwise, we'll never get through this.
What changes have occurred in the demographics of the workforce with regard to gender, race, or age with your regard to your intended occupation, which would be comedian?
What has changed in the demographics? God, I hate this class already. It's like algebra.
Bored.
What's changed in the demographics? I think there's a lot more ethnic comedians than there were when I first started. There are a lot more Latino comedians out there. Not as many women. I think the number of women comedians, we were talking about this the other night with Tiffany, I think the number of women comedians have gone down, right? There's not a lot of...
Yeah, there aren't that many.
Like in this area, there's like, what, 5, 6 maybe? You got the divas, right?
Yeah, because like Dean was like, oh, you're at a good... the Dean Napolitano that I worked with, he's like, oh, you're in a really good like demographic. I said, yeah. Pretty much like if any club's like, I wish we had a girl.
Craig Glazier, who owns the second oldest family-owned comedy club in America, which is Stanford and Sons out in Kansas, and he said that women has risen, but it still hasn't risen to men's comedy because more men are getting into it and more women, but the level stayed the same. There's just not as much women in it.
All right. Well, I'm talking about here, demographically here. A little bit more Latino. I think the demographic, like I'm an older comedian, and there's obviously a much younger push now, like 20-somethings, a little bit different attitude.
Also, the kids coming up today, they're not as good.
It's
not like it was in the old days.
Yeah, they don't put the effort in. They want it all. They want a Honey Boo Boo series. That's what they want.
47% of comics don't put the effort in.
All right.
We have a little Honey Boo Boo here, don't we?
Yeah, I think we do.
Comedy.
A career as a comedian. Do you think the career as a comedian has regard to equal pay for both men and women and whites versus minorities? Do you think that at your level, if you were to go up against compete with someone who's either considered a minority or a female, do you think that they would get paid as much as you at the same level, or do you think that you get paid more?
I think it really depends on if you're represented by somebody. And it depends on what level you're talking. Listen, when you have a nationally touring comedian that comes to the Improv, they're getting paid much more than me. I'm a headliner, they're a headliner, but they're a nationally accredited headliner.
Let's break it down.
It really has to do with credits.
You've done MC work at Snappers, right?
Yes.
How much did you get paid?
It's always the same. They always pay the MCs the same.
How much did you get paid?
$75 for the week.
And how much?
$25 a show.
75.
Right. $25 a show,
Tiffany,
3 shows.
You got paid the same way?
Yes.
75.
But
okay.
I got food and drink. Did you get food and drink?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
I get food and drinks when I don't work there.
See, and that's really the injustice, JT, right there. That when I go up there, I got to pay if I'm not working. Tiffany, on the other hand, boop, 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 look at this double special shirt. Oh, it's like a tight little camp shirt. Yay, I'll have a steak. And then bam, she gets a steak.
That's
true.
how
Right.
it's done.
So do you think that there's equal opportunity for everybody to enter this field of comedy, regardless of race, color?
Listen, comedy is not all right. Comedy is not like a corporate thing. If you're funny, you're funny. It doesn't matter whether you're fat, small, skinny. That really, and actually, the more weird you are, the more off the beaten path from the average, the higher your chances are that people are going to listen to you and take you more seriously. You've got like an Indian. You got right now. You got a couple of Indian comics that are really big because they're Indian, and who's doing Indian comedy?
Nobody takes comedy dogs seriously.
That's right.
There's plenty of dogs who want to do comedy, but nobody will listen to them.
Ditch dogs.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. What I'm referring to is, do you think that a young person at the age of 18 would have the same opportunity and chances to get into comedy as someone who is 65?
I think so. Sure. And again, it depends on what you're talking. If you're talking about just performing comedy and getting paid for it, yes. If you're talking about getting on a television show, probably not. They do tend to go more towards the younger guys. I mean, I saw Lisa Carrera. We were talking about her. I saw her on Nick Mom last night.
Is she a mom?
Yeah, she's a mom apparently.
Is she?
Also, if you're talking about appreciating like King of Queens reruns, then the older person has a definite advantage than the younger person. They can get into that comedy much easier.
Yeah. He's right though. Seriously, I mean, Kevin James, a little bit later in life, he must have been in his the 40s when that show came on. Right?
Yeah,
he'd been doing stand-up for a long time. Well, terrible, you say.
What are the implications for males and females, minorities, or older workers preparing for such careers?
What was that? What was the beginning part of that question again?
What do you think the implications for males and females, minorities, or older workers preparing for a career in comedy? What are the implications?
What do you mean implications? Are you talking about what do they have to look forward to? I don't understand the use of the word implication in that sense.
What are the implications for males and females, minorities, or older workers preparing for such careers?
Makes no question.
Okay, that sentence is an incorrect grammar. What are the implications? Tell me what. Give me an example of what do you mean implications? I know I'm misunderstanding the question.
I guess what they're saying here.
Did you write that question, or is that from your professor?
As you prepare to enter this career,
yeah.
I guess what implications? I guess what they would mean would be, what are expectations?
Okay, all
do
right.
you think?
Or what is it
harder for some than others?
Are you saying like what would it imply about that person as a human being that they were choosing to go into comedy at a late point in their age or in their stage of life?
Or as a female, or as a male, or as a minority?
They're just a terrible and gullible person. And why would they try that? Obviously, they haven't given much thought to anything at all. Yeah, they're not job creators. Right. Very poor career choice. Obviously on welfare. I think that would be
some
automatically implied. Yeah.
Right.
Being supported by their wives.
Poor hygiene for sure.
Yep. Probably like a crappy football team doesn't do very well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. you were speaking of Indians just a moment ago.
Yeah.
American Indians?
No.
How many more questions?
You're talking about Indians overseas?
Yes.
Okay. Because I actually did a report not too long ago, and this is just a short story. Yeah. I had to disprove a stereotype, so I decided to choose Asian driver.
You, the almighty one, were forced to disprove a stereotype?
Did that make you explode?
Yeah. And did you know that Asians are not the worst drivers in America, and you would never guess in a million years what race is?
Alaskans? I don't know.
Old white ladies?
Yeah. Jewish ladies? Who knows? Well,
dogs! Dogs are terrible drivers.
American Indians.
And based on what data? I mean, more accidents per capita in, American Indian cities?
And what about the fact that American Indians...
It said they are the worst drivers as far as getting into accidents versus any other race.
And because they crossed over to this continent from Asia using the land bridge, you didn't disprove anything.
Well, no.
You just said Asians are the worst drivers, just like you said. You're a terrible person. You picked the worst stereotype to try and disprove because you didn't disprove a damn thing, did you?
Yes, I did. Asians are not the worst drivers.
Nobody's saying that American Indians originally originated from Asia. They came across a land bridge.
Yeah.
Into the.
I'm saying versus whites, blacks.
Well, yeah,
Asians,
versus everybody on the planet. I get it.
Yeah.
But they originated from Asia. They weren't
in the United States now. I'm just like in the United States. I'm not talking worldwide.
Okay.
In the United States.
But you're understanding that the American Indians in the United States originated
how many Native American Indians are living in other countries? Are there settlements I wasn't aware of? Do they have a reservation in France?
There's a Blackfoot over there in France.
Yeah.
No,
You're killing my joke here.
no, it's not a joke. I mean, we're just we explore things on the show.
No,
We're
you
exploring your
didn't hear
statement.
what I said.
I heard what you said.
Yeah, we heard what you said, but you're asking us to do your college homework
No,
for
didn't
you.
hear
The
what
whole
I
thing's a
said, 'cause I want
joke.
to know how.
I'm so glad I had you
Get
called it. All right.
How?
Yes. Go on. Next question. Is there any more? Is that it? Are we done?
No, I think that's pretty much covered it.
Good.
The 4 questions is your whole homework thing.
You're getting a C+.
No, there's more questions which I already found the information on, but there was those were both basically the ones I couldn't find on any government website that I'm supposed to look up.
You're supposed to look all these up on government websites?
So wait a minute, how many other comedy questions did you answer on government websites?
What the hell?
No, it was more like statistics.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, it's basically what I had to look up for. Like, do women comedians get paid less than their male counterparts and that sort of
Right.
thing?
All right,
So
so
I couldn't find that information on any website.
Yeah, I think the pay's the same. You pay a comic what you pay them, and actually, I think people are paid on the experience and how.
Well, hey, let's ask Paul Owen Smith if women get paid less.
Paul, can you tell us? Hold on, wait, JT.
Roseanne
Hold on,
Barr would get paid more than, let's say, or get paid less than, let's say, Margaret Cho. Because Roseanne Barr's been doing it longer. She's been in movies and sitcoms.
Look, that's
She's done her own
at that level when you're comparing Roseanne Barr to Margaret Cho. It's all about representation. Roseanne Barr's got a hell of a lot more clout in Hollywood than Margaret Cho ever did.
You wouldn't pay Roseanne Barr as much as someone like, Gilbert Godfrey, because
maybe it depends on your agent. If your agent can get it, they get it. Hold on for a second. Let's ask Paul Smith. We got Paul Smith in the studio. Paul, do you think men and women get paid the same in comedy clubs?
Yeah. Yeah, women get paid the same. Bobby Jewel. Side splitters. Artie Fletcher. My house had wheels.
Okay, all right.
And you can quote that in your report, JT.
Thank you, Paul. Oh, my God. Oh,
that sounded just like Paul
JT
Smith.
was doing Paul Smith, too. All right, JT. Well, listen, thanks for coming on the show. I hope that we make you or help you get a good grade. Will you go ahead and message us on the Facebook or on the Twitter and let us know what kind of grade you got? When will you know? Is it weeks or?
I should hopefully know within a week.
All right.
If not, like right after Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
And if I don't see you before then, have a happy Thanksgiving.
All right, brother, you do the same. If you'd like to listen to JT, you can listen to his show, The Almighty One Show, on ComedySlamRadio.com on Monday nights from 9:30 to 11:30 and hear more of his insane wisdom and find out about his college career and his many women across Central Asia who are all American Indians. All right, so thanks for calling, buddy. Hope we could help you out. Hope you have a good holiday.
All right.
All right, there you go. Roll them out.
JT Burns, ladies and gentlemen, our ghostly comedy correspondent.
Don't go. You called him a comedy correspondent?
No, don't call him a
You just
comedy
denied him that, and then you gave it to him.
No.
Holy crap. All right.
But ghosts aren't real.
No.
Ah!
To some people.
Ah!
Tell Art Bell that.
I'm real.
Oh, God, he's still on the line. Hang up on him. Damn it, Nolan. Where
You're
are
supposed
you?
to go. He's waiting for Nolan to hang up.
Let's go to commercials.
All right. No, we can't go to commercial. You can't just throw commercials when there's nobody right there. You
that
can't do that.
incident that happened earlier.
Exactly. Then you don't know if you're on or if you're off. All right,
That
JT,
was
thanks.
very
Have a good night, buddy.
Bye, JT. Hang up the phone.
Yep, hang up now. All right, he's gone.
Are you sure? I don't believe you.
I don't care at this
It's all a
point.
trick.
No, he can listen if he wants. I don't know. He's at home. Do whatever the hell you
Yeah,
want.
he
If you want to give us a call in the studio, the number is 727-493. Oh, wait, I can do it right here and go just
we have
like
another
that.
call?
Answer. No, don't end that. That's someone.
Okay, I didn't do it.
Hit the green.
Oh, we
suck.
killed it.
I think that was his phone. Well, listen, if you were on the line and I just hung up on you, call back.
Call back.
727-493-2055.
What's Nolan doing?
I don't know what Nolan's doing. He's talking to Chicken Wing. I don't know. Chicken Wing's got something with a big fat hat on. I have no idea.
So
It's the double special show right here on ComedySlamRadio.com in the studio with JB Lee and Tiffany Barbee. We've been discussing all things weird. Where are we? Halfway through the show. We haven't heard from Marty Hoffman yet. What the hell?
Wow.
Okay. Let me throw this out there real quick. For those of you who watched the back waxing episode or Halloween episode, we've had quite a few views, right, Tiffany?
Oh
How
yeah,
many?
we had like 270. I don't know, tons, and that's just on YouTube.
Yeah,
we had a lot others.
Right. We're on iTunes, on Stitcher.
We had like over 300 for sure.
More people watch that show than I thought would. watch like a hair waxing thing, but people liked it. Now let's check in with Jordan. Jordan, the face is still on your back.
The face still is on my back.
Is there stubble in the eyes and the mouth now? You got a little stubble going on?
It's starting to stubble in, little pimply little stubble things coming in. It's all terrible.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't get to look at it very closely
saw it
because
last night.
it's on the opposite side of my body from my eyes,
Right.
so I can't really.
Well, there's a mirror. You can get a mirror. You can go to Target and get in one of those tri-mirror things and look at it.
Really?
Just out of curiosity. You don't want to know what it looks like?
You think I'm going to go to Target and stand there in the display department with like checking out my face back?
I would.
All right, we got like 1 minute till I got a break.
All right,
so
let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay, fine.
All right, so we did the pumpkin thing, and then the pumpkin face thing, a man-o'-lantern, if you will. Then prior to that, the stunt that we did is Jordan, you are into exotic food. We brought in worms. Tiffany ate silkworms, right?
I did.
You did. You're a vegetarian. Big move for you.
Yeah.
So we're having the meeting the other night, and they're thinking about doing some other stunts. And so my name got dragged in because I guess I'm the one
It's your
person.
turn.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to it. I'm the guy that whose name came up, and so they want to do a stunt with me. We're gonna go ahead and take a break. But when we come back, we're gonna talk about what that stunt is and when we may do it and how that will affect my life and possibly my cardio thing in just a second. And we'll be back.
Alsace of New York. We create the elegance, the sophistication, and the precision for your wedding and events. Be our guest and allow us to wow you. Call Alsace of New York at 832-881-5114. Visit us at Alsace of New York at ALSACE.ny.com.
Oh, well, he was funny. He's funny, dude.
Oh, he's really good.
Yeah, that's good.
We're back on. And we're back live on the double special show with a terrible intro from commercial.
And outro.
Yeah.
You're on your phone. What are you doing?
You stumbled over everything, so I thought you would try and pick it back up.
I don't even care at this point.
Oh, you do so care.
Well,
because, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Chris Gorges, before we went out for the commercial, was talking about a stunt we want to perform.
That's
As
right,
we have discussed, let me finish,
I'm
you
sorry.
bastard.
All right. Sorry.
As we have discussed in the past, Chris Gorges has a terrible fear of being tased. So last night we looked it up online and found out we can get electrical nipple clamps for $40. So look forward to that in the coming weeks.
All right, I gotta teach you.
Remote-controlled, electrified, shocky nipple clamps direct from the fetish store.
All right, now, okay.
Attached to Chris Gorges.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
but say what's going to
Yes.
happen, what's going to make it
Yeah,
happen.
see, he doesn't, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't set it up. He doesn't, he just rushes through like a bull in a china shop.
So,
All right.
okay, so what, you want to do
That's why
the
I'm in
secret
charge.
word thing?
No, well, yes, that was the whole thing of the thing. All right, so we had a meeting. We did the 2 stunts, the worms. We did the shaving thing, and now it's my turn. Tiffany, what did we talk about in the meeting? Watch how she does this. Go ahead. Tell them what's happening.
All right, well, a lot of
How
people
will we incorporate the nipple clamps?
have requested this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a word. It's like a keyword, and we're going to try the whole episode or however long to get Chris to say this word.
Okay,
if he
and let
says it, we go zzz.
All right, let me
Nipples
say this though. It cannot be a conjunction or it can't be and
No.
or
Well,
no, come on.
well, let's say, for example,
Because otherwise I'm going to,
well, but we have to change the word because you'll know as soon as we zap you. So then
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
you say it, we're going to take another word out of the bucket, and we'll have you guys decide what words go in the bucket. So we're going to draw it out. We're going to say, here's the word, and you guys can call in and try to get him to say it. We'll try to get him to say it, and then when he says it, zap. And then we'll get another word, and we'll show it to you guys.
I really get no reprieve at all. As soon as I use a word, another one comes in. So I'm constantly getting shocked. There is no
Right.
reprieve for me. When Jordan got his back waxed, once the waxing was done, that was it. Once you ate the silkworm, that was it. Me, 2 hours of electrical shocks.
I had more
I'm the
than one.
oldest one out of all of you. I have a child. Neither of you have anybody. So I could have I could go into trigeminy over your little stunt.
But you have a child that will carry on your name.
Yeah.
We have yet to do that.
That's
So
true.
I don't see that defense at
Your
all.
biological mission has come to an
Yeah,
end,
you're
sir.
good. You've
Okay, eating
completed your
silkworms.
life's
You're a
purpose.
useless
Okay.
husk.
All right, listen, eating worms and getting your back waxed doesn't actually change the rhythm of the electrical conductivity in your heart. All right, so
You don't know
just let
that.
me throw that out there.
All right.
You
no.
know
What is the
that-
voltage on the nipple rings? Did you look it up and see what the voltage is?
I don't need to know that.
Okay.
I need to know that.
Maybe we could just have it be like the second hour.
Listen,
Just
I'm
1
not
hour
trying to.
random shocks.
I'm not. Okay, well, now we're talking random.
Well,
And
because
who's
you
this guy?
won't know that we said the words. As
Okay.
soon as we say the word, we're gonna go zoom. And you can trust me. I'm not gonna zap you.
Oh, you will.
You can make
though.
me swear
There's
on the
something.
Bible.
Again, the way you looked at me when you broke that board in my face with the board breaking thing, you had anger. I don't think you can pull a punch, but I'm just saying. All right, that's fine. We'll do it. So we'll get the nipple clamps. We'll do it. If you want to see it, go ahead and message us and let us know that yes, that's a good thing to do. And also, we decided we'd like to do a video stunt. We were going to do a thing with a Hulk video, but I don't know where that's going. So Tiffany, as you know, is a karate instructor, taekwondo instructor. You just tested, right? You're going to test.
I graded for my 5th degree years and years
Okay,
ago.
but now you're getting ready to test again.
In March, I'm going to go to New York and grade for my 6th degree black belt.
6th degree black belt, and you are testing in front of
3 grandmasters.
Grandmasters, that sounds awesome.
One's from Italy, one's from South America, and the other one, I don't know. The other guy's a new guy.
He's from Pittsburgh.
No, I think he's from like Asia somewhere.
Oh, let's hope. I mean, it is, it's a Korean art. Why? Let's hope somebody.
Yeah. So
why would you get the Taekwondo master from Italy?
The last time I saw
they should all be Shaolin monks. That's what they should be.
I know. The last time I saw the guy from Italy and the guy from South America was in Germany when I went to a seminar over in Germany.
And they kicked like a moth in half. What special skills do they have? They have to do something fantastic to be a grandmaster. What do you have to do to be a grandmaster? That's my question.
Just not quit.
Really?
No, I mean,
isn't there some defining skill that you would have where they're like, you're a grandmaster?
You have to be able to break the boards perfectly. You have to be able to have perfect stances, perfect punches, perfect technique.
She's not going to tell you the real thing.
You have to be a grandmaster.
I know.
Yeah,
well,
you're not allowed to watch the grading.
That's right. It's a secret meeting. That
no
you have.
Civilians are allowed to watch a grading after a certain point.
Like they're in the Israeli army or something.
They kill people. After the 4th degree, you have to murder a hobo. That's what it is. Every time.
They go down to North-South Tampa. You're a grandmaster. You took just one pinky off. If you can just remove one pinky from a hobo, that makes you a grandmaster. You don't kill him. You remove it. He never even knows it happened. He just wakes up. My pinky's gone. Grandmaster gets his wings. Bing. Right?
Right.
She's so going to throat palmy, strike me, whatever the hell. All right. So, yeah. So, knowing that she does all this, we were going to make a video where, Tiffany is in control of young children.
And adults.
Well, now, was a little weird that you would offer up kids, but hearing about the circus and all the stuff, now it doesn't surprise me at all.
I know,
Offer up other people's kids.
Yeah, she'll just be...
No, the other people were excited to have
I know.
kids
Well, that's what I'm saying. Jordan did a movie. They incorporate a lot of kids, and you said the same thing.
Yeah, stage parents will just throw their children right at anything,
and not even for pay.
No, yeah, they'll drive them halfway across country so they can be in an independent movie for some college kids.
They get a bologna sandwich for lunch. They're happy. Oh, that bologna? Yeah, it's good.
Cheetos, woohoo!
So Tiffany's gonna get some students from her class. Jordan and I are gonna get our best workout gear, and we're gonna have a little workout with these kids, right?
Yep. You guys are gonna work out. You're gonna do some push-ups with them.
Now again,
kicks.
Jordan has no martial arts skills.
Yeah.
I actually did hold a red belt in Taekwondo, so I have a little bit of skill, but that's years ago. So I don't know. You're gonna do push-ups.
Yep.
We're gonna do
You're gonna see if you can do more push-ups than them. You're gonna do some sit-ups.
How many
You're
push-ups
gonna see
can
if you
these
can
kids
survive the world. Oh, I mean, today the one 9-year-old girl did 200 push-ups,
200 push-ups,
sit-ups, 200 leg lifts.
Oh my god! Well, listen, wow! I didn't. You lost me at 200 push-ups,
and
dude.
they look
Seriously?
really good too. I have to say.
Well, yeah, they're lifting 50 pounds. That's nothing.
Do I have to pretend that there's going to be any kind of competition in this, or do I have to?
Don't you want to show up a kid?
Yeah, but I can't. I already know that now.
And you guys are gonna spar with the kids, and we'll see.
Which will be, listen, I can't wait for that to see Jordan. And you have gloves and all the pads and everything, so we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Just bring our bodies and our workout and our chi, right?
Yes.
Bring our chi?
Yes.
Is that Korean? Is that Taekwondo chi?
Chi is more, I think that's Chinese or something.
Okay. Are we allowed to bring gladiator stuff? Because I want to be the net and trident guy. I can hold them off with a net and a trident.
I killed a man with a trident.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Child.
I saw that, Brick.
So we're gonna film that in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll put it up on Ustream. I don't know if we'll do it during the show or we'll just throw it up as a double special thing.
Yeah, we'll throw it up on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
We got a few things.
It'll be fun, and they're excited. Now, are you gonna give the kids anything for? Maybe we can get some shirts before then. I don't know.
give those kids
what? What do you give?
Candy and all sorts of stuff. Like on Halloween, we had a big Halloween party, and I gave them a bunch of candy. Christmas, I'm gonna give them candy canes.
I know, but you're doing it on holidays where it's kind of expected. You're not just giving them random. You made it sound like I bring brownies.
Well, I brought donuts for them once.
Yeah, we'll bring candy corn packets to hand out to all the kids, but then we tell them if they can actually put us down on the ground, screaming in pain,
they get a Butterfinger,
full-size Snickers.
Yeah,
I'll have them put you in an arm bar. That's gonna be great.
All right, so that'll be fun. We'll do that in the weeks to come. And also, again, if you want to get a lovely shirt, we said in the beginning, double special shirt, lots of items on our store. Go to doublespecialshow.com. Thank you, Crystal, for running that and doing really well. And our condolences go out to Crystal for a loss of a family member this week. We love you, and we're thinking about you. And thanks for everybody on Facebook that wrote us. So anyway, what else we got? We got Tiffany on Sirius. We did that. Oh, yeah, the Catherine Maloney thing. That just really... We still can't get Catherine Maloney on the show. And we can't get Laszlo on the show, and they were working together, and now they're not working together, and I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore in this.
You told me about it. It's because Tony.
Are you gonna say it?
Yeah, no. Listen, local comics. There's a reason I don't get involved in the local comedy scene on a personal level. I go do the shows. I don't go hang out. Number one, I'm in my 40s. I'm not really into hanging out and drinking all night long. You're young. You can do that and hang out. Because one night we were at the comedy club, Tiffany, and you were there for she hung out and partied with us.
I hung out with you guys.
I know, but it was still comics hanging out and drinking. I'll tell you, that night, rarity for me. I don't typically hang out and have drinks, and I was free that night. I got the pass, and I was like, all right, let's go. And I never said to my wife that you were, actually there. No other women. I was just hanging out with Jordan. So, right.
What?
I don't even know. Yeah, I can't admit that I'm actually with another woman. Even as a comedy
Crystal and
thing.
I are cool.
Now you are, but then she had no idea who the hell you were. Right, exactly. If I said, oh, yeah, we were hanging out with Tiffany, and then threw Barbie afterwards, I'm done. That's it. You can't throw Tiffany and Barbie in the same sentence.
It is kind of a porn
She's like,
star
oh, she's
name.
hot and she's a whore. Tiffany and Barbie. Barbie, oh, she's a Barbie. So anyway.
Not a whore.
So I don't hang out. And then as we've been talking the past weeks, there's a local comedian who, when my name came up and this show came up, she said she hated me.
Oh, yeah.
Effing hated me. And then you could tell him that. Like, she said, go out of your way to let him know.
Yeah.
Which I found really like, what the hell? And ironically, the reason she feels that way is because I was defending JT with her and her friend. That JT, who you just heard on the air, defending him because he's a wackadoo. And I'm like, let him be a wackadoo. Who cares if he's a wackadoo, right? I mean, that's his deal. And so because of that, she hates him. So anyway, supposed to do a show with Laszlo later on the Loose Cannon show. Catherine gets the show. And then come to find out, Tony God, local guy, decides that he doesn't like the fact that Laszlo's got anything to do with Catherine, and basically threatens him and says, hey, what, you've been warned. Chill out, dude. Stay away from her.
Well, because Tony and Catherine used to do sex on somebody's couch, right?
Do sex on somebody's couch? I don't know what they did. I have no idea. I don't know the specifics. But yes, they were involved in some way. And this is a girl, like I said, that Tiffany, actually, you're kind of friends with her. But although when we've talked about it, you kind of backed away. Like, no, I don't really know her that much.
I like Catherine. Like, if I see her at a comedy club, I'll go hang out with her.
Yeah.
But,
because she's a girl or because you genuinely like her? Is it just a girl cliquey thing? Like, us girls got to stick together.
She's pleasant when I hang out with her. I mean, I would never be like, hey, Catherine, I'm going shopping. You want to come? Like, I've never done that. I don't even know what her phone number is. So it's like, I just see her.
So you guys aren't personal buddies, just sort of a professional.
Right. And I enjoy her when I see her. And I enjoy her on Facebook.
And I'm not trying to turn you against her or anything like that.
I just judge, in this comedy
weird
scene.
Thing.
In this comedy scene, you just got to judge people by how they treat you.
Well, that's right. And I've not been
dressed or what they look like. Or who they hang out with, or what kind of car they drive,
or what kind of material they do on stage,
what kind of hat they wear,
or the cut of their
fedora,
hair, the jib of their sail.
Paul Smith.
I wear a fedora.
No.
So that whole deal fell apart, and so I don't know. I feel like we should get on the Tampa Bay Comedy Forum and just get some people, because you said, do you want to upset Paul Smith with this, with the whole impression of him? But it's like I said, if Jordan and I, if we really wanted to piss off the comedy community here locally, give us 2 weeks on Facebook and it's done. There will people actually seeking out voodoo priestesses in Tampa to put hexes and stuff on us, and giving goat's blood and supplying chickens for the sacrifice. I mean,
Ron Hortman.
Yeah, right. Ron
would do that.
Stay away from Ron. Leave him alone. So no, he's got the Holy Ghost on his side.
We were talking last night, and Chris was like, you know what? We could take down every comic in Tampa Bay except Ron. You don't touch Ron Hortman.
I love Ron Hortman. I love him. He's a great guy. Look him up online, Ron Hortman. You'll like his comedy.
RAHN.
Yeah, very funny.
I went on, what did I say on the comedy club thing? Oh, I was talking about Nolan's comedy contest this weekend. Do you want to talk about how there's this little girl in the comedy
I had that.
contest?
So Nolan Ray is our producer. He's throwing a comedy. Is that this weekend?
Yeah.
It's a comedy contest at Kicking Wing, which I will be at Kicking Wing on December 16th. I guess that's the end of the world. Supposedly the Mayan calendar ends then. And I'm being ripped away from my family just in case anything happens. I actually, there's a small amount of nervousness in me that what if something does happen and I'm freaking in Hudson? Like Jordan said, that's where I die. I die at Kicking Wing in Hudson, of all places.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So, thanks for the concern, guys.
I don't care if you don't smoke pot. That's funny.
Shut the hell up. All right, so Nolan Ray is putting together this contest. We're looking at the flyer. There's some local guys. Dave Hines, who's a show host here. He's a halitosis guy. He's going to be in it. I don't know some of the other guys I don't really know.
Mike Morris is in it.
Yep.
Tia Michael, who we've had on the show with Steve Eric that one time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I guess Gwiggy's hosting it.
I
don't know. Pretty Paul Parsons is in.
Oh, that's right. Pretty Paul's in it.
Is doing a guest spot.
Maybe Pretty Paul.
I don't know who else. There's tons of. It's just a bunch of open micer comics.
So
really.
there's
James Bailey.
Yeah, and there's a couple of cash prizes.
Oh yeah.
They're not extensive.
And then on the poster,
Right.
is this little 6-year-old blonde hair girl. I think her name's Nicole Lauren.
And we're right back to the child thing. See how tickled she is that there's a 6-year-old being exploited?
No, I was horrified at one point. It was a very emotional roller coaster. I was like, oh no, don't let her stay in the room because Pretty Paul Parsons. Can you imagine her listening to dick jokes and the bad words? Like I don't even like it.
From Pretty Paul?
No,
I was going to say it's so much further than dick jokes with Pretty Paul.
Paul talks about screwing a nun in her brain.
Yeah,
her skull.
necrophilia.
Okay,
but
you know what?
That and all the other open micers. Oh my goodness.
But then you know what? We listened to that girl's act. We listened to it last night on YouTube, and she did a joke, a poop joke, basically. She said "shit zoo," basically trying to get that. So
she did, and she goes, "My damn foot stuck in the door."
Yeah, and also a damn joke. So she's cussing. So I'm saying, like, if you scale that up, like if you amplify a 6-year-old saying Shih Tzu up to Pretty Paul's age, she's a lot filthier, like comparatively.
That's true. That's true.
It is more filth per capita than when you have a Pretty Paul.
Yeah.
Pretty Paul's cultivated over years. She's just starting out and she's already there.
I know.
Wouldn't that be funny? Like if she wins,
she's topped out at 6.
I hope she wins so much because I will give. Like, what did I put on the Tampa Bay Comedy Forum? I said I made a MasterCard reference. I said. Tickets to a comedy contest, $5. I said food and drinks, $20. Watching 11 comics lose to a little girl, priceless.
And here's the thing: whoever wrote her jokes, they're solid jokes, and
They're
she can deliver them. But she's more like I said to Crystal and you guys at the meeting last night. She's more like America's Got Talent. She's so primed for that because she's so adorable, and the jokes are cute, and they're just edgy enough. They're like, hey, did she just say that? Oh, she's cute and 6. You know, it's perfect for that. Cheeseball fest. Seriously. Howie Mandel could fawn over her all she wants. I don't
because if she wins, I'm going to send all 11 other comics heckles.
And you know what?
I can't wait. I'm gonna be like, ha!
So you actually think she has a pretty good chance of winning against the likes of Dave Hines and all these guys?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Well, I really think she can do it.
It's not going to be an audience judging thing though, right?
There's 3 judges. Oh. One's some kind of government worker, like a mayor or something. I don't know. Nolan,
like a mayor?
Nolan's not even paying attention.
Hey, Nolan Ray, are you listening? Who are the judges in your comedy? Are you listening? We're totally talking about the 6-year-old. What's her name?
Her name is Nicole Lauren. The judges are Charlene from Where's the Party, the owner of Kickin' Wings, the Pasco County Commissioner Jack Mariano, and an entertainment a scout from Wuckwind Productions and Entertainment.
Okay, and then I have a question for you, Nolan.
Hey, let me get back to you in 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay.
All right,
we're gonna be done talking about it by then.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go do what you got. That's fine. We'll ask the question.
He's in the middle. He's in a serious business meeting.
I wanted to ask him if I were him.
Yeah.
I would be like, little girl, you have to leave the room. I would never
So you don't want her witnessing the other comedy.
I remember one time I did a show at Coconuts and there was a couple 12-year-olds had walked in and I was like, I don't even want to say any jokes. I mean, mine aren't I don't say the F word or anything like that. And they're not talking about screwing a nun in her head or whatever Pretty Paul says.
It's necrophilia. It's a necrophilia
Yeah, it's a necrophilia joke.
The dead nun.
I don't do anything like that, but I still was I stop. I cannot do.
All right, well, and here's the way I feel. If you're in a comedy club, I don't care who the hell walks in there. If they walk in there, that's all. That's like you saying, if I'm in a cage match with somebody and some stranger walks in, I feel like I got to stop. Hell no. You are going to get clocked if you're in the thing with the deal.
You can't make a kid on innocent. I don't.
That's not on you, though. That's on the parents. That's not on you.
Yeah, it is.
You do your show. The show must go on.
I don't know.
You do your show.
It made me uncomfortable.
Yes.
Oh, now go on.
No, speaking of which, we went to your show. We taped your show.
Oh
yeah.
You will not allow us to put the show online. You will not allow us to put the set online.
She's ashamed.
It was like a 5-minute set.
I'm not ashamed. I had people ask to be on my mailing list from that show. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah. Heidi, by the way, thanks for liking us on Double Special.
Right on. So, but and so immediately afterwards, the set, which I taped, which you will not allow me to put online. so nobody can see it. We can never experience it. They can't. Our viewers can't.
There's
Brad will never know
laughter.
what magic. Well, you say that, but you have no proof. If we don't post it, it never happened. And here's the thing. I
Maybe
can do it.
I'll think about
You
it.
could? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Paul Smith. Paul Smith.
You right after the set, you came and asked our opinion,
I
which
did.
is a dangerous thing, dude. Because I mean,
No, I know, but I wanted you because I know you guys are very like critiquey.
But listen, I'm not critiquey. Unless you ask me, I'm not going to offer. I would never say to you after your show, hey, listen, I got some notes for you. That's something I would never do in a million years. Never. To anyone.
No, we just come up with some kind of crap, like something like, kind of assuage you. You're like, well, you've got great stage presence. We just say some garbage like that to make you feel better.
I love it because like
that's how you act.
She asked me a question. I answered the question honestly.
So I get off stage and like the audience people are like giving me high fives as I go by, and a couple people are like, that was so awesome, that was so awesome. And then Bob Bird's like, you did, and who's the booker is like, you did a great job, da 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 da. And like the people that own the place were like, oh, great job. And then I go up to these guys and they go, I've seen better.
Well,
I've seen worse. I've seen worse. That's what you guys said.
I've seen worse. No, listen.
I've seen worse.
Like I said, you listen.
I know.
You're
I'm just an MC.
No, but that's not even the point of where you are level wise. It's the tone on stage. For me, it's tone on stage. I mean, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
I felt like on stage that it felt a little stiff, like you didn't believe, like you were saying it, but it wasn't really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, for me, tone is everything. I don't, your material can be crappy, but if you sell it, dude, it doesn't even matter. My show, I got nothing. I got no material. It's all about selling it.
I felt like your show, your act was a little bit impersonal. And maybe it's just because we know you better at this point, and we know that, you've got so much quirkiness going on, and you didn't quite
tap into it.
Right. You didn't crap into your own quirkiness.
Right, yeah,
you didn't crap into your...
You didn't crap right into it.
Yeah, all my jokes.
Poop transplant.
You're right. Like I don't talk about how I do martial arts. I don't talk about like
Right.
I don't talk about myself. They're all more like general jokes.
Listen, you have made one sentence comments at my house just in conversation that were hysterical. If I was in a comedy club and you just said that out of the blue as a premise.
Just tonight when she's telling us how to shield our weenuses while we pee.
Yeah,
with a double hand shield. Like that. Somehow holding that over your crotch.
Jordan has to pee and I say go outside and Timmy's like, yeah, you can do it like
you can,
this.
like take it out of and then put
She suggests that we grab our penis with the butts of our hands and put like a hood over it.
You can cover it.
Yeah.
Someone's calling us.
It's
Someone
the worst
answer.
thing. I guess I'll go ahead and answer. I'll click on it. When I do that, it just zips away. Why even bother?
People, we're trying to answer phones, but Nolan, our producer, is
Nolan, is there a phone calling? Oh, he's 5'4". Hold on, he's counting the nut over there. See, I did that just for a second. It goes, whoop, there it is. All right, let me see.
Whoop, there it is.
Is it gone? I'll call into no answer. Why does it go when I do that? All right, whatever.
Well, he's supposed to be answering phone calls.
Maybe
Right?
he's got Marty's number. No, 813. It may be Marty's number.
He's got a lot of stuff going
Anyway.
on. Oh well, we're entertained.
So what the hell was that? Yeah, I don't. It's
So
fine.
you're talking about your act,
Right?
Oh yeah, about
and how you
shielding penises.
Well, but aside from that, the act, not bad. I think you need to tap into the stuff that's really real to you.
I know. I can't think of any good martial arts jokes.
No, it's not about jokes though. You're trying to think in specific, like set up,
I
punch.
know. I'm so funny in person.
But I mean, how do?
Well,
okay,
I said me and
Jordan,
my girlfriend.
how do you set up, get her in an emotional state about a question that might get her into that emotional, how she feels emotionally when she gives the classes?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I think she could keep doing the same jokes or the same topics that she's doing. She doesn't have to get into martial arts, but just like your best bit was about uncircumcised penises because it's so close to you.
Right. And that's based on a real conversation.
You've had one like right slap you in the face, basically. So you're very close to the topic.
Which I might add turned the entire latter part of our meeting last night into a big penis fest as far as talking about uncircumcised versus circumcised.
Yeah.
Jordan defending the uncircumcised penis because of the mutilation that occurs.
Defending it, just saying if I was given a choice, I wouldn't want one.
Okay.
I don't understand. It looks so much prettier.
A circumcision.
See?
Not a
Tiffany
penis.
said the
No
word pretty
offense
and penis in the
to
same
our
sentence.
European listeners
Right.
and our Australian. I don't know what's going on in Australia, but I know in Europe.
You think no circumcised men?
No, unless they're Jewish or they've had some kind of infection. A lot of times they don't promote the whole circumcision thing. And I'm just not used to it. There's nothing against your penis. I was just very surprised to see
There's nothing against your penis.
that weren't circumcised.
Would you like there to be?
I mean, now I've seen a couple and I've accepted it into my life. So now I'm
but it's
cool.
not your thing. You're like, oh, Snuffleupagus, get away. I don't like it.
I like you, Jordan, but you're not really rubbing off on me.
when
It's just nothing against your penis, but you're not rubbing off on me.
It's just a shock when you first see it after you've seen several that are not like that. You think it's an STD. You don't know what's wrong.
I'm in the medical field, and an uncircumcised penis is a little odd. And even I take a double take. And I know how it's set up. It's not a big surprise to me. But
people
he has to look twice.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
People in other countries don't realize that. Like, women would be shocked to see a circumcised one.
All right, well, speaking of uncircumcised penises.
Marty?
We got a caller. Let's roll out. If we got an intro, let's roll it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the College Station Comedy Report with our comedy reporter, Marty Hoffman, live from Texas, where they have chickens and cows and Martys. So many Martys.
And we're back live on the Double Special Show with Marty Hoffman.
Back? We never went anywhere.
Well, we went to an outro.
Oh, pay attention.
An intro to Marty, whatever.
And Marty Hoffman.
Marty Hoffman.
All right, there you go. Marty, how are you, sir?
Wow, that intro was as smooth as your outros and intros to your commercials.
And they're awful.
Dude.
We're going to have to do the...
I blame Nolan, to be honest.
No, we're going to have to do the whole thing next week. We'll get it right.
That's because I got circumcised and there's ridges to overcome now.
I didn't even know that we were on a commercial or in a commercial because I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, you can't see. We're going to have to get like one of those bus mirrors to put over there so you can like...
I'm like, oh, we're back? Huh.
Marty, how are you, sir?
I'm sorry it took me so long to call, but I just had to let my animosity calm down. I was so mad at Tiffany Barbee.
Why?
It never, ever bothered me that Tiffany has never called me until I find out that she has called Brad.
No, Brad called me.
Year as long as she's known me.
I know.
But do I get a friendly call from Tiffany? No.
No.
When you say, "Oh, Marty's calling," does she giggle and like go, "Hey, it's Marty. I like his voice"? No, nothing like that.
I go, "Oh crap,
nothing.
It's Marty."
Because you only deliver disgusting pizza and Brad delivers delicious fish.
Yeah.
Listen.
Exactly. He is a fishmonger. He is a fishmonger that delivers door-to-door fish. I didn't even know people delivered door-to-door fish. How is that even possible?
That's how they do it down under.
Would you like some fish? It's okay, the ice is melted and it's a little ripe right now.
Oh.
Enjoy my fish.
Listen to this pie wagon drover complaining. So bitter.
Brad called me, by the way. So if you called me, Marty, I would talk to you. But yeah, Brad called me because we were talking about like him being a comedy correspondent.
Yeah, Marty, if you like call me, I'll talk to you.
Is that how I sound? Is that how I sound?
I wasn't even. I didn't. Okay, first of all, I didn't know about the who called who. I just figured you called him.
I did too.
When you're like, it was like, oh, so you're talking to him on the phone, you like him. You were like, no, it's not like that. And my wife and I were listening to that, going, it's totally like that. It's totally like that.
I know, dude.
Both of us look at each other and like, oh yeah,
right?
Yep, she's all into the guy with the Australian accent.
Why can't I just talk on the phone with people? I talk to Jordan all the time. We talked for like an hour the other day on the phone.
Yeah, but
you never call and talk to me.
I don't mung fish, so you're not really into me.
All right, now I'm pissed off. Unbelievable, man.
As he wheeled his wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow.
You want to talk on the phone, Chris?
No.
I know,
no, because now it's going to be weird now that we set it up. All right, so Marty, we didn't get to this story, but now that you're on the phone, I gotta get to this. You're in Texas, and is Texas one of the states that have vowed to secede from the union?
Oh,
I don't know if we have or not. Sharice has been paying more attention to that than I have. I saw something on Facebook about it.
You saw something on Facebook about your state. How many states, Jordan, are seceding from the union? It's like 5 or 6, maybe more than that.
7. Well, yeah, and then they found out about Puerto Rico coming in, and now it's getting worse. I'm like, oh no!
Yeah, they're like, what if we leave? Puerto Rico gets in?
Sharice just yelled out the door because I'm outside talking to you. Sharice just yelled out the door saying, yes. Texas is one of the people that are one of the states.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh my God, dude. What the hell? You're in Romney Town, USA. They lost. Now they're pissed. Now you're going to succeed from the union.
I say let them do it and then let them get invaded by Mexico and just stand back and watch and laugh.
What do you... It wouldn't take much.
You know what, though? Speaking of Mexico,
I have got so much more respect for the Mexican people, just like the culture, because my next door neighbors are building a fence, and they act no when you're here, but they hit our water line to our house.
Wow.
When they did it, water was going everywhere and everything. By the time I had gotten home, and it had been like a few minutes, they had already turned off the water. All right, so there's no more water going there.
Yeah.
And he had called somebody that he knew that was a plumber, and the guy was there in an hour and repairing the whole thing and taking care of it.
An hour is not really.
A million people back in his backyard helping him build the fence.
So you were surprised that these silly brown people could act like decent human beings? That shocked you?
No, it's just it's like
maybe I misunderstood.
If I had a water main in my yard or something like that, I would have no idea. I wouldn't know a friend to call to go, oh well, my friend here is a plumber and he will come and fix it for me.
Yeah, but
I would have no idea. But he knew somebody right away, and he's got people back in the backyard working on a fence. Some are doing welding, some are doing painting, some are doing woodwork.
Okay, so you're saying. So you as an American, you just don't have a lot of crafty friends. I mean, I bet if there was a magic emergency, you'd be able to call somebody that could help you with whatever power up.
I know.
Yeah, well, who has a magic emergency? Who has a magic emergency? But like, it's amazing and just so helpful. And then I was talking to one of the guys, and he was like, "Well, we have a saying in our country: it's better to have friends than to have money."
Wow.
And it's just like.
What an
most
amazing...
of our friends
he's not allowed on the show
United
anymore.
States are kind of useless. You know, it's like, oh, well, he's an insurance broker.
Well, but you know what? But here's the thing, though. I disagree with that statement. Yes, it's good to have friends, but if you have money, you can call somebody who's not your friend to do the job. Yeah. Then you don't have to talk to that person because you're not friends with them. So they just come and do the job, and you don't have to worry about the friend thing, giving them soda and offering them crap.
Don't have to go to their kid's birthday party or anything stupid like that.
Yeah.
You know, if I had to choose between one or the other, though, I think I would choose friends.
Really?
Well, you could have tons of money and no friends. What's the fun in that? What's the point? Of that? Like, look at me on my jet ski by myself with no one because everyone.
Nobody on a jet ski ever rides by themselves, brother. You never see people on yachts by themselves. Well, I mean, you do if they're out doing their own thing, but. You got money, you can buy you some friends.
Yeah,
they don't have to be real friends.
I want friends.
No, you can't buy friends. You can buy people to use your money.
Yep.
Well, I want friends. I just don't want to have to rely on them for important stuff.
That's what I'm saying. They're not friends. If I wanted, friends, yeah, you get friends for free. But when you need stuff done like a water main fixed, you just call somebody up and you don't have to.
You know what? Yes. Only you guys could turn like a community helping each other into a negative thing. You're like, oh. A group of people that don't have a lot of money, but that help each other, and they each take turns helping the other with their house or whatever.
And
it's terrible. I'd rather have cash.
They speak in a language I don't understand.
Friends that love me. I don't need that.
They talked to me for 2 hours, and I couldn't understand them because they spoke Spanish. I didn't know it. No, listen, I'm happy for you that you are in a community where people are helping and everything. I guarantee they're talking about you behind your back, though. Guarantee it.
And honestly, that whole attitude is just discriminatory against douchebags and the antisocial, people who can't have friends. Why should they suffer? God.
They got rights,
God, Marty.
All right, Marty. Well, I hope
that how did the comedy show go? I was going to ask how Tiffany's comedy show went.
Well... I mean, I don't know. Listen, if you went to see a friend do comedy that you were working with, would you be completely honest about the set, or would you try to? How would you approach it when they ask you, "What'd you think?"
Or would you try to hit the middle ground like we did?
Middle ground.
I would be blatantly honest.
Yeah, I like the honesty. I do. I mean, and everyone has their different perspectives.
No, ours is right.
I know.
Because I do that with people that aren't even friends. Like, if somebody comes up after the show and asks me, what did you think?
Yeah.
I will totally be just blatantly honest with them, and they will either come back and want to eat better, or they will not ask me again.
Yeah, that's why nobody helps you with plumbing. That's why you have nobody to call when you hit a water main.
Yeah.
Because you're honest.
The shows were good. They were all packed.
Well, no, and again,
I had laughs. There was no crickets chirping or anything. I had laughs at every joke at all the points it was supposed to.
Yeah.
So I was happy, but I mean, I was a little bit rusty.
Yeah, no, and I didn't see it as rusty, but like I said, You're set. The tone. It just felt. Again, this comes with time. You find your voice, and it seems honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Marty's stuff is all written out verbatim. I know he's got it memorized, but he makes it seem like it's kind of, it's coming from a real place.
Right. Like, I feel like it's kind of like rehearsed.
Listen, you will get there. You will get there. If you sucked, I would have said, you sucked. I would have been like, yeah, that was really bad. But it wasn't bad. You got laughs. You were engaging, and you did what you're supposed to do as an MC. If that was a feature set, would have started off shaky.
Yeah, feature, no.
Yeah, you need to build up. But again, you'll get there. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. We're here for you.
Yeah, we're here for you.
We'll support you.
So, Marty, are we still on for New Year's Eve?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, are you going to bring some people to this party, or is it just going to be you guys? I mean, I know you lived here and you know people. Like, do I have to invite people? Because I think Tiffany's going to show up. Jordan may show up. He's got to work the next day. Are you going to have? Do you have friends that are coming? I need to know what's going to happen. It's going to be like
I don't. We don't have anybody that's planned to be coming over to your house.
All right.
We weren't quite that like. Well, you know who we should invite to Chris's house?
Well, I don't know.
I didn't think about doing that.
I wouldn't.
I figured you would have friends that you might invite.
Yeah, we're not gonna like pass out flyers for your party.
Yeah, shall we? Yeah, right.
DJ.
Can I at Chris Gorges' house?
Right.
Yeah.
We need to set up a room for Magic playing. Is what we need to know.
No,
but what about poker? Do you want to set up a poker table?
Oh yeah, a poker table would be awesome.
All right, I'll check.
We'll never leave the poker table, but
well, that's fine.
Oh, by the way, I've got to tell you a story about Sharice real quick.
Okay. You got 2 minutes. Hit it.
Sharice was at a bar and got hit on by a neo-Nazi.
What?
He had like a swastika SS tattoo and was hitting on Sharice
at a bar.
At a
Sharice
bar.
Sharice being your wife. Yes. Sharice being your wife. Sharice being
my wife.
Yep, being a professor at the prominent college. And being black.
And being black and neo-Nazi. Well, I don't know if he was a skinhead or not, but probably used to be.
Yeah. What did he say?
With the swastika tattoo and SS, and well, I think it like struck her curiosity more that like she was like, what makes this guy think that he stands a chance with me, and why is he hitting on me if he doesn't like black people? And he said like, well, he doesn't like most black people, but there was something so wonderful about her, and she has such a friendly nature and is just so sweet, and it made him like her.
And you just thought that was silly and ridiculous. He's like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'm married to that woman, and she's terrible. You're a fool, foolish Nazi.
No, she is not. She is actually everything that he said. She is wonderful and very sweet.
Oh, so he said so he said that to her. This is why.
Yeah, that's why he's into her. And I don't think he likes other black people. He'd probably hate her family, but thinks she is great.
No, you're right.
So, but it was just like, but Sharice gets that all the time. Sharice is so sick and tired of being one of the good ones. It's just
one of the good ones. Oh, that's awful.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you speak so well.
Do I need to be more ghetto or something? Do I need to just start stabbing people, or what do I need to do?
Before she goes out, just use like a dry erase marker to draw some tears under one of her eyes, and then that's done. It's over. Nobody don't worry about anything.
That's right. She's like Bloods and Crips, man. Mm-hmm. That's funny. She's one of the black people. They say that you speak so well, for a black person.
Exactly.
Oh exactly. I've actually heard people say that before. And I'm like, wow.
All right, Marty. Well, we need to wrap it up. We got Grandma Rich coming in. So Marty Hoffman, ladies and gentlemen, our College Station, Texas comedy correspondent, married to one of the good ones down there. Soon to be succeeding from the union.
Hey.
We'll miss you.
Listen, if you succeed from the union, Florida's still going to be in, so you can always come to Florida.
Will it be international calls?
Yeah, we're all blue.
Yep.
All right, Marty Hoffman.
All right, bye, Marty.
Peace out.
Peace, guys. Take care.
All right, there he is, Marty Hoffman. Give it up. All right, so we got about 10 minutes left. Again, just to reiterate everything tonight, we are going to do a stunt. It's going to involve fetish nipple clamps. How much are those clamps? Are they expensive?
They're
and also
no, you didn't say but how much is it?
$40. But hey,
I
I want to be clear because we discussed 2 stunts tonight, and one will involve nipple clamps and one will involve 12-year-old children, but they will not be the same stunt. We want to make you clear on that. All right? There's 2 different stunts. All right. Grandma Rich on the phone, ladies and gentlemen. Grandma Rich, welcome back.
Oh my God! What a flustercluck!
I know.
Grandma.
Is it cold there where you are?
No, why?
Because you're all wearing earmuffs.
Oh, these are earmuffs, you silly old bat. These are headphones so that we can hear you. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to hear the phone calls. It's technology, Grandma. It's all connected to the internet.
Oh, I don't. It looks like earmuffs.
No.
It does look like earmuffs.
Did you hear about what we've got? Or this general, or what? This Colonel Petraeus?
Yeah, we talked about General Petraeus, the Afghan commander, and now, ex-CIA, earlier on the show. Now, where are you calling from, Grandma? Are you here locally in the Tampa Bay area or from somewhere else? Where are you at?
Orlando.
Orlando.
No, I'm not even in Orlando. I'm in Castleberry.
Castleberry. Oh, well, is that where the Fraggles live?
I thought it was a brand of chili.
Castleberry.
The last time we talked to you was last week, and you had a show coming up there at the Orlando Improv. Has that happened, or has that come?
I don't do anything at the Improv. Are you kidding?
Get it straight, dude.
What was it? Which place was it?
The alley.
The laugh.
Oh, that's right, the alley.
Yes.
Parking lot.
Well, she says it like the Improv would be a bad thing to happen. I don't do that crap place.
It would probably be a good thing.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah, it probably would be a good thing, but it's hard for me to get down there and all that stuff.
I gotcha. When is that show happening at the alley?
It happens every Tuesday at the alley.
Oh, it's an ongoing thing. Okay, good. What do you think about the Petraeus thing? You think it's what do you think it says about the military or women in Tampa?
Oh yeah, you too.
What's that?
Yeah, she's the one who caused all the trouble.
Well,
she was the rat.
Well, yeah, I guess rat's one way to put it. I don't know, thinking mongoose.
She was, when you don't mess with somebody else's man.
Well, now you've been around for a while. Now, are you married now, Grandma, or are you not married? Are you widowed or?
I am widowed, but I am occupied.
Occupied. Well, that's an interesting way to put it.
Occupied. That's hilarious.
El occupado.
She's renting out the old shack.
Oh.
Yeah, I have another half.
You have a better half, but you haven't committed on paper, basically, is what you're saying.
No, we have a very committed relationship.
Okay. Well, that's good. Were you ever in a relationship with somebody
We have separate bedrooms.
Oh. Well, okay.
Yeah, they're a mile and a half apart.
Nice. Well, that makes a lot of sense to me. Listen, there are some actors and people in the industry that actually have separate residences. They go stay somewhere else and meet their wives, at like press conferences and stuff because they don't want to live together. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's nice because then it seems like you're dating and it makes it more exciting.
Right. And then at the end of the night, you go home. You have to listen to his farting and his snoring.
Though, because Ed lives a mile and a half away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And if we meet in the middle, it's like in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And the cops a couple of times have told us to go home.
Well, yeah, they frown upon that. You can't do that. I don't know how they do it in Castleberry, but you can't.
No.
Yeah, no. The people are driving, but it is kind of like a rendezvous.
Yeah, wouldn't you just be satisfied with bunk beds?
A couple of times we've caused some traffic jams.
Nice. It's always nice to talk to an elderly lady about her sex life. It always really perks up the nipples.
No, I'm not talking about sex.
Oh, just talking? You just guys hang out in the road?
We just kind of hang out in the road and
have a malt. Have a malted.
And we just kind of talk and
Well, now the reason I bring it up is because this woman, I'm assuming that we don't hear about it as much, but it must happen where women come in contact with high-powered men. Have you ever been tempted by a high-powered man when you were married, when you had your relationship with your husband? Were you ever tempted by a high-powered man?
I was married to a high-powered man.
Oh, really?
I didn't have to look,
Well, what do you mean?
Like that.
What do you mean high-powered? Was he in the military?
I just wanted to go right to the top, right at the beginning, and then I didn't have to mess with all that looking around, and he did, but I didn't.
Well, what was his?
Somebody told me the other day. They said, that they heard that that I had lost my husband, and I said, what do you mean I lost my husband? And they said, well, we were just so sorry to hear that you lost him. I said, I didn't lose him. For God's sakes, he died. It's the first time in 40 years I've known where he was.
You're right. He's there every week. I'd put flowers there. Now, when you say he was high powered, what was he? Was he in the military? Was he a corporate guy?
No, he was in the mafia.
In the mafia? Oh, geez. Which one? Which mafia?
I don't know. He wouldn't talk to me about
Because the reason I ask is because there's a new show coming on TLC, The Amish Mafia. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Yeah, but did you hear about, what goes clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, bang, bang, clip, clop.
The Amish Mafia?
Amish drive-by.
Oh, it's an Amish drive-by shooting.
Nice one, Jordan. Jordan was on that.
Enemy of comedy to everywhere. That's right. I will kill your joke. Sorry.
He's a joke assassin.
Did you hear about Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
He's coming out with another movie.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, The Sperminator.
Nice. She's pulling out all the stops, Grandma.
That's really funny.
Grandma, now are you in a state that's seceding from the union? I need to know it because if you are,
She's
really
in Florida.
In Florida. Well, I don't know. I can't tell
Am
where
I
she's
in
at.
a state that succeeded from the union?
Or because you've heard that some states are seceding from the union. Or they're getting seceding. Excuse me. Seceding.
We're just trying.
What's that?
I don't think we've succeeded. I think we're just trying.
No, I'm sorry. Seceding from the union. I'm sorry. I got a swollen tongue. I had a peanut. I may be allergic. Are you is Castleberry? Is that in Florida? I don't know. I'm not from. I don't know where the hell that is. I have no idea.
You're coming down here. Actually, you're coming to Sanford.
Oh, that's Sanford. Okay, right.
You've heard of Sanford.
I have heard of Sanford. Why have I heard of Sanford? Isn't that where?
It's a beautiful school.
No, isn't that where?
There's comedy clubs.
No,
it's where Trayvon Martin got shot.
That's right, Trayvon. I knew I'd heard of that damn place. I almost said the child killer. What was her name? Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony.
Lucy from Peanuts.
Casey Anthony.
All the bad stuff's in Florida. Am I right, though?
She might be in Sanford. God only knows where she is. I don't know.
I think she's in Disney World. I think she's hiding in the castle.
She's in hell.
Do you think she killed her daughter?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Absolutely.
You don't think like maybe it was an accident and they tried to...
They don't want me on her... They don't want me on her. That's Ed calling in. He's got a bark.
They don't want you on her jury because you forget things.
Simple
words.
I get in the middle of a joke and I forget what I'm talking about.
Listen, I don't even know where the hell you're calling from, so who am I to judge?
Yeah,
all right?
you've already forgotten.
Yeah, I know. Listen,
I told you.
47. I got to pee. I got a 4-year-old.
I live in Florida, and I heard Florida's trying to secede too.
Yes.
Is it?
No, they're not. No, Florida's blue. We went Dem, baby.
On the list.
No way. We're blue. Look at the map. We're blue. We're good.
Well, parts.
All right. Well, listen, Grandma.
The ball part is blue.
We're gonna go ahead and try to make it to one of your shows. We'll come down and we'll hang out.
No, you're coming down on the 4th. Comedy Slam.
That's right.
Coming down to the alley on the 5th of December.
All right.
Yes, the
Perfect.
5th of December.
It's right around the corner.
I actually called to remind you of that, and I gotta go.
All right, that's fine, Grandma. Listen, are you cooking for Thanksgiving, or are you eating? Do you have to make that stuff, or you have?
Both.
Both.
Sometimes when I cook, I can't eat it. But,
well, yeah.
I think I'm doing cooking and eating.
All right, Grandma.
No, I eat.
Oh, I gotcha. No, I understand. Hey, listen, thanks for calling.
Yes,
always a pleasure to talk to you. And we'll see you on the 2nd, okay?
The 4th.
On the 4th.
Yeah. One of those 2 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grandma Rich.
You know, I'm working.
Yes.
I'm working on trying to get a gig at Caliente. So.
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
Oh, I've worked there before.
That's it. Listen, it's an interesting show.
Was it good?
No, yeah, they're good people there.
They love me there, but like I don't look at anybody.
She wears blindfolds. She doesn't
No,
actually...
like I look up kind of like at the sky, and when I look out, I kind of look past everyone because I don't want to be traumatized.
When I go, I'm looking.
I know, why
I'm
not?
73 years old. I don't know how many more chances I'm going to get to look. So.
Well, listen,
it's scary.
Be
it's
careful.
a nudist
Talk
place
to
for
you
people.
later.
Yeah, taking chances at that place is exactly what you're doing. Grandma, thank you so much for calling. Thank you for listening. We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grandma Rich calling in.
Bye, Grandma Rich.
Hopefully someday you can see her.
bye-bye.
Hopefully someday you can see her nude at Caliente, but until then, just put 2 pancakes on your knees. Perfect simulation. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've come to another show.
All right, yeah. Let me finish. We didn't get to the poop transplant. I wanted to get to the poop transplant.
Yeah.
So many things.
I'm teasing it. No, we're talking about it next week. First time ever poop transplant. If you want to know what that's all about, tune in next week on Wednesday night. Guys, thanks for all our callers. Yes.
Checklist for next week is now nipple clamps, 12-year-olds, and poop transplants.
There we go. That's perfect.
Viewer discretion is advised.
All right. Round of applause, Tiffany. Tell all our callers thank you. You remember them. We got Brad.
Yes, we had Brad, we had JT Burns, we had Marty, and we had Grandma Rich.
Good calls tonight. Good show.
Yes,
and a lot of
thank you
people
for
on
calling
Twitter
in.
tweeting about stuff. So
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Brad was. He was getting a bunch of people involved.
Oh, awesome.
Listen, we want to thank all the people on Twitter, all the guys that Tiffany has gotten together, all of the people that are listening and giving us compliments and feeding our energy.
Oh yeah,
we want to get the show
I
going.
love all of our followers. They're so awesome.
They are.
Like, I'm gonna bring in a tablet.
Yep.
I'm gonna buy a tablet so I can tweet with them. During
Actively
the show.
Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
You will be able to. We're gonna get Tiffany involved. We're gonna actively be able to tweet with her on the while we're live on the air. And that should bump up things. Listen, I'm having a great time. It's a great show.
And
Yes,
thanks
Jordan?
to our producers, Nolan Ray and Crystal Gorges, bringing
Yep.
all the news stories in for us. So
Yep.
that helps. All right, they're a big part of the show.
That's right. We'll do the intros and outros next week. This week, I don't even know.
Yeah, we're going to do fake ads.
Yeah, and we also need to get an intro for Brad. I want to do some Australian type of thing. So we'll get that ready. Guys, we had a great time. We're at the end of another show. This has been Double Special. Tiffany Barbee, big kisses with the double special. Go on the website, doublespecialshow.com, get some gear. JB Lee, say goodbye to everybody.
Check it out.
That's right. Check it out. Hey, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, no, actually, we're going to do a show before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're going to be here on Wednesday.
We'll see you right before Thanksgiving. Have a great week. Thanks for listening. We're out of here on Double Special. My name's Chris Gorges. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, we have to explain Thanksgiving.
Hi, I'm Chris Wheeler, voice of the Philadelphia Phillies baseball team, and you're listening to Double Special on ComedySlamRadio.com.
What was that? I'll tell you what that was. That was another fine show from ComedySlamRadio.com, where we put the .com in comedy.